Guys, if there's no one in here that you can see yet, just ping them in, man. Just hit the plus thing at the bottom and just ping them in, man. We're going to give it a minute or two so we get some more people in, and then we'll get this thing started. All right, cool. So for those who are joining so far, welcome. We're just going to give it a few more minutes just for some people just to come through. If you want to ping some of your DJ friends, anyone's welcome, even if they're not DJs and they're just interested in this. Just give them a ping, hit the plus thing at the bottom, and ping them into the room, man. All right, cool. We've got some people coming in now. Right, Jordan, do you want to kick it off, bro?
Yeah, slap the little green bean on the thing so I can control what's going on as well.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I don't know how that's happened, but yeah. Yeah, evening, guys. Good to see everyone. Good to see some different faces, and good to see the usual faces that have been here the last couple of weeks as well. So welcome, everyone, to UK DJs Connect. Obviously, for those of you that were last week, there were some really good topics discussed, and people giving some really good opinions and their outlook and insights on things. So just before we kick things off with the topics for tonight, if you can go to the bottom right of your screen and just press on the plus sign and go on your contacts and just ping anyone in that you feel would be interested in the conversations we're going to be having, engaged in the topics, and if it would be of interest to them, hit the plus sign and get them in the room as well. What we're going to do is, just to keep it fair and controlled so everyone has a chance to speak and give their viewpoint if they wish to, we're going to have 4 people come up to the stage for the different topics that we have, and then at the end, like always, we'll open it up so it's an open floor just for everyone to chop it up and just interact with one another and connect. So what we're going to do is, if you're on the stage now, we'll just drop you down now, and then we'll mention what the first topic is, and then we'll get it moving from there.
Right, do you want to start with the first topic, Jordan, or do you want to go over what we've just said? So I know a few people have just joined again.
Yeah, sure. If you just jumped in the room, welcome everyone. It's good to see you. Good to see some new faces, and good to see some of the people who have already been getting involved and getting engaged with what's going on. So welcome to UK DJs Connect. It's a community platform for everyone to get engaged with and to be involved with, especially during these times when for DJs it's been a really difficult time. So we're just all about that community and connectivity and getting engaged and chopping up and having discussions with one another. Just quickly, if you just jumped in, just say again, we've got some great topics to go over tonight, and we're going to bring up 4 people at once. So if you want to share your viewpoint and your outlook on a topic, then if you just put your hand up, which is the hand over the notepad at the bottom of your screen, and we'll bring you up. We'll bring up 4 people at a time to share their viewpoints on the topics. Walsh, do you want to kick us off with the first topic for tonight?
Yeah, and I mean, just want to elaborate on what you said. When we say 4 people at a time, we're just going to rotate everybody. So we're going to try and condense it as much as possible because we don't want it to be quite long-winded. Also, this is a great platform for everyone to network. So just follow each other, connect with each other and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm going to kick it off. First question is, would you take a reduced cut in your wages post-COVID? So after all this COVID is done, when we start getting back to the clubs, you know, club bookings, bars, and all that kind of stuff, would you take a cut? Put your hand up at the bottom, and we'll invite you up. Cool. Got Raymondo. Anyone else? Anyone else want to put their hand up? Anyone else want to get involved?
If you're just jumping in as well, I'll just repeat what the first topic was that we're going to talk about and discuss tonight. Would you take a reduced cut in your wages post-COVID? So when the clubs are open again and when everything is functioning, would you take a reduced cut in your wages? Everyone here, guys, stick your hands up. Let's hear opinions.
Oh wait, am I on first?
1 second. Just, and guys, for those that have just been invited up, if you are a bit confused in what order it's in, just swipe down and refresh your screen.
Yeah. If you ever hear, I know some people here are new. I can see some party hats down below. So guys, it's great to have you in. If you're new, just a couple of terms to make it really easy for anyone listening. If you hear anyone say PTR or pull to refresh, that means to pull down on your screen and it will refresh the order of people who are speakers and things like that. If you're also new and you're just getting used to the basics of the app, if you press the bottom right with the microphone, that will mute your mic if you're coming up as a speaker as well, just to make things nice and easy for everyone.
All right, cool. Raymond, do you want to start off, bro?
Yes, because you know what? Well, even when things started to come back in regards to sort of brunches and stuff like that, I just took whatever gigs came my way. Really, I ain't really got the time to be picky. Times are tough. Versus what I used to make versus what I make now.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. Sorry to cut you. Should have said it. Do a little intro of yourself, bro, for those that don't know you, and then just.
Oh yeah, of course.
You want to talk about
Yeah, of course. Raymond, by the way, urban and mashup DJ, East London residing man. But yeah, like I was saying before, I should have really introduced myself anyway. But yeah, I feel like the time for myself personally, I can't really be picky in regards to. You know what, I don't want to take that. That's not my usual rate. End of the day, the world has changed. Our circumstances have changed, and we've got to change with the times to some degree. I'm not saying take a gig for a ridiculous amount of money, but understand that there's going to be someone else that's going to take it. So it's either that they're going to take it or you take it. And plus, I love spinning music anyway. So if I get to spin music and I get a little less money, then so be it, I guess. That's the kind of way I see it at the moment. And hopefully bigger things will happen in the future or in the nearest future.
Nice one, bro. Thanks. I totally agree on that. Shorty, what do you want to say, bro?
Yo, sorry I was late, guys. I had to get some food.
Right, that's all love, man.
Yeah. Shorty Bless, club DJ, Northwest London, all over the gaff. But yeah, I think I'm in a similar boat. It will depend on who it's for and obviously the amount of money. So a reduced amount, if it's not a considerable amount, then cool. If it's a reduced amount, that's all right. Especially if it's, like I said, someone that I work with on a regular basis anyway, that books me anyway. Because I think this is the one thing that, because every single person is, well, apart from the super rich people, are feeling it. It's like, you know, that give people benefit of the doubt, you know, before, like, when the things are normal, if someone tries to book you, you think, okay, if they say like a ridiculous price, you just think they're taking a piss, you know what I mean? And now it's like, there's a sort of a reason why people say a lower price than what you kind of ask for, because, I mean, because of the current time. So yeah, I guess it just depends who it is and also how often it is as well. Because I think between that August and September time when there was like brunches and stuff, I think I picked up about 7 or 8 bookings, and a few of those were lower than what I usually charge for. Because I had like a bunch of them, it was all right.
Yeah, man. No, definitely. Young Krish, do you want to introduce yourself, bro, and let us know what you think?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name's Chris from DJ from London. Quite a lot of you know me, but yeah. Thanks for getting me up on here as well. Just a quick one. Like, I think everyone's kind of touched on it already, but for me, I started running events last year, and like for speaking on behalf of people who run events as well, just like it's hard because I don't want to be one of those events or one of those people that don't pay a DJ the correct amount. But at the end of the day, we are at 50% capacity, or some venues even 30, 40%. So I think for the next, I'd say 6 to 10 months ish, maybe a bit longer, we're going to have to deal with that. And I think what Raymond said, I don't think you can be picky, because right now I think we're lucky like to get a gig, considering there's a lot of pubs and clubs and restaurants closing down. So I think we'll even be getting sets. So I don't see why you should be picky. I mean, obviously, if you're getting paid £20 for 3 hours, then I understand, but I would take that reduced cut at the moment, but I wouldn't settle for it when I know that venues are having 70% or 100% cap. But yeah, that's all I kind of got to say, really.
Yeah, nice point, bro. Before we go to Ethan, just so everybody knows, people that are new in, if you've got anything to say on this subject, we're rotating the talkers on the floor. So if you just put your hand up, which is at the bottom, the hand over the notepad, and then we can bring you up and you can say what you've got to say. We're going to go to Ethan now. Ethan, bro, what are you saying?
Yo, what's happening? My name's Ethan Port, DJ from London. I'm sure a couple of you guys know me, or I know, well, we're all in the same type of circles. On this subject, I would say, because so many people have lost residencies and, promoters might be up the game for a while and stuff like that. I guess we're in a situation now where you're going to have to take less money. I'm not saying you should let someone take the piss out of you, but at the end of the day, clubs and bars and whatever are going to come with that talk of, we haven't been trading for a year and a half, 2 years, or whatever it's going to be. So we're going to have to kind of, we can't really be bougie about it, really. We're going to have to drop our price at some point. I guess if it's for people that you've been working with for so long, you just have to show a bit of loyalty and be like, you know what, I'm going to drop my price for you because of the situation. And, I love playing music anyway, so I'm going to be happy just to be in clubland anyway. So for me, it's a no-brainer. If the price has got to drop a little, then it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Guys, if anyone else has got anything to say, don't be shy, man. We don't buy it. Hit the hand at the bottom over the notepad. Put your hand up. Let us know that you want to, say a little something on this. Be interesting to see everyone's view on it. We're going to go to Mr. Hilly now. What are you saying, bro? Just want to introduce yourself and just let us know what you think on the subject, man.
Yeah, what's up, boys? My name's Hilly. I'm from Cardiff in Wales. Basically, my thought on it is, I know it is going to be a bit of a struggle when we first come back, especially with some of the venues. They might want to try and take the mick a little bit. We know the score. They've lost a lot of money. We all have. But also on the flip side of that, do you think that with the amount of people, I mean, just general public now that have missed out so much on it, and these people are dying to go out for a party, for a drink, for a rave, there's going to be, and obviously these venues, these larger cap venues are going to be, cut down a little bit. So they're not going to, so these 3,000 cap, 2,000 cap, etc. clubs, they're not going to be able to accommodate for all these people that want to go out, because they're not going to be allowed to fit everyone in. So these smaller type venues, these bars, these cocktail bars, which wouldn't necessarily have a DJ in on them, maybe like a Monday through Thursday or even a Sunday night. It's only a Friday, Saturday deal, maybe even only Saturday. I know we got some bars like that, like our Peppermints and stuff. Like, they're really popular on a Friday, Saturday, but throughout the week, you wouldn't necessarily see a DJ in there. With the amount of people that are going to want to go out, do you think that they're gonna be hunting more for these DJs throughout the week, and off the tail end of that, you can kind of not raise the price, but you're gonna be able to take some more keys from the weekday stuff with the amount of smaller bars getting involved with it, sort of thing.
Yeah, nice one, bro. Cool. Jordan, should we wrap it up amongst ourselves and go to the next subject?
Yeah, sure. Before I do that, I'll just reset the room for everyone. If you're new and you're just coming in, then welcome. It's great to see so many faces from all different areas of the country. So it's great to see so many like-minded individuals in the same space. And yeah, if you're just coming in, then welcome. If you want to press the plus sign at the bottom and ping anyone in that you think what we're talking about might be of interest to them, or they might be engaged with what's going on, and it might provide them with some insight or some outlook or just something for them to listen to and connect with tonight, then please go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think as a wrap up from my opinion on the topic is over this time and over the space between the venues closing and now, obviously, which has been a considerable amount of time. The thing for me is that the ability of a DJ as an individual hasn't reduced. So if their ability hasn't reduced and their skill set hasn't weakened, and because of those things, why should that mean that they should be receiving lower cuts in money? That's my thing, because for example, in another field or a different sector, you don't have a plumber who doesn't do plumbing for 6 months and then he comes back to plumbing, and then people are saying, "Oh, can you do it for this because you've been away for 6 months?" Because of course they're not. The person's skill set and what they are able to offer hasn't weakened. So that's kind of my outlook. The DJ's value in what they provide and what they bring hasn't decreased.
Yeah, cool. No, good point, bro. And I mean, just to finalize it, just my opinion on it, I think pretty much everyone that's come up and spoken have kind of touched all the bases of it, really. But for me, because I do like 4 or 5 residencies, what I was used to doing, with them particular residencies, club managers, club owners, I've all got like an individual relationship with them. So I would definitely help them out if they needed to, because that's where it's got me. They've helped me out so many times with booking me for bank holidays, special events. In regards to noobs, that's where I think it gets a bit techie. But at the same time, you shouldn't really be too stubborn. I think you should work with people, because it's going to be a lot harder for a lot of DJs to get back to some regular work. So if you feel like you can take a little bit of a hit, but it's not a substantial hit, then I'd say go for it. That's what I would say. So that's that one wrapped up. We're going to go to the next bit now, and this one's quite an interest, actually. This one is, will warm-ups and set structure change when we go back to the clubs? So if anyone's got anything to say on this one, if you can put your hand at the bottom where the notepad is and come up and see what you think on this particular subject. That is, will warm-ups and set structure change in some of your residencies? So let me know what you think. We're just going to get a few more people up before we start speaking. Don't be shy, guys. And if you just joined, welcome. I see Double down there, Stylus, see a few guys I know. Just utilize this, man. Make sure you network with each other, follow each other. That's what it's all about right now. Yeah, let's just wait for a few more people to pop up, see what they think on this particular subject. Jordan, you got anything else to say, bro?
Yeah, just if you're just coming into the room, or if you're brand new to Clubhouse, if you just want to pull your screen down, it'll just refresh the room for you. It'll show you who's the speakers, and it will show you who's around you in the audience, which is a great tool to utilize to be able to see who's around you, to be able to connect with them and take this further from just sitting next to them in this room and listening and developing and building those relationships and connecting the dots together. But yeah, if you've got anything you'd want to share on this topic, do you think that warm-ups or set structure in general for a night will change upon return? Then stick your hand up, which is by pressing on the hand on the notepad at the bottom. We'll rise you up for you to share your opinion. Be good to hear from you.
Right, Kane, do you want to kick it off, bro? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yo, what's going on, people? My name's Kane, aka Selector KB, from Derby. But yeah, for me personally, I think that the whole structure will change. And the reason that I say this is because I can see clubs getting busy or busier a lot sooner than they were before. So like, let's use Living Lounge, a place that I'm a resident at in Derby. Like that place would only get busy around 1 a.m. and then be busy until 3 a.m. Then it closes. But now I can see that, say if it opened tomorrow, for example, I think it'll be busy from 10 o'clock rather than 1 o'clock. So obviously that would change how you play your set, because like there's like a load of not terrible music, but just music that's not like main set vibe, you know what I mean? That you wouldn't play till later on. I think you'd have to start playing like bangers a lot earlier. So yeah, that's just my view on that anyway.
Nice one, bro. We've got a few more people up in here. DJ Kano, you saying, bro, do you want to give us your thoughts on what you think about the subject?
Yeah, no problem. Good evening, and thanks for setting up this room. It's one I've been looking for a little while, just to connect with some UK DJs, because I'm connecting with loads of American DJs on here over the last sort of 4 days when I've really embraced Clubhouse. So if any DJs in the room, I'm all over it. It's definitely a platform we need to utilise and think of. So thank you so much to them, first and foremost. I'm a DJ all over the UK, but I'm based in London. Primarily house music, so just giving you a bit of background. Love the subject so far. I've joined the room a little bit later than I planned to, so I didn't get a chance to get into the rest of them. But for this one, for me, I don't necessarily think that sets will change, set structures and that. I do think that operating times for venues will change. I do think it'll be busier earlier. So I do think that, for example, if a club opens at 10 or even midnight, it's going to, knock it back a couple of hours. And open at like 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock, which might actually give it a kind of feel for how it was before the smoking ban, where there was nice early door vibe in clubs, not just in the late night bars. So I think it'll go that way. Of course, we'll adapt the way that the crowd adapts in that sense, where if people are bursting to get into a party, then we'll obviously adapt our set to give it a bit more energy at early doors. But I think in terms of structure, I'm not sure whether we'll. For me first, I don't think I'll change much, but I certainly think I'll be starting a bit earlier. Just can't see the venues closing any earlier, though, so we'll still be good till 6 a.m. But yeah, thanks for the platform, and yeah, I'll be sure I can open it up again. Thanks, boys.
I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for sharing your really good point about, possibly starting early to start the platform. Maybe we can talk about that a little bit later. Luke, do you want to kick us off, bro? What do you think about the subject?
Yeah, what's up, people? I'm Luke. I'm a DJ from Birmingham, and I think it will change because partly for the fact we're going to have a whole new crowd, because we're going to have uni students that haven't probably been out in that city where they've chose to go uni before, and we've got people now who will be 18 and closed, but they'll be 16-year-old now turning 18. The music I listen to is different, if that makes sense. Old school for us to be like the J-Roll, the Shanties, the UK, but it's not like them, it could be J-Bus, it could be something else. So that's my opinion. I think the music that we'll have to play will be different. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Nice one, bro. Thank you. Times, what you got to say, my bro?
What's going on? Times 2. DJ from London, but I now live in Surrey. In terms of sets changing, the only reason I think there's going to be a major change is because there is now an age group of, say, 16, 17, 18-year-olds who they just consume music every 30 seconds on TikTok. So music's going to get played a lot quicker. You're going to probably have a whole new set where everyone that's 18, 19 just wants to hear TikTok music. So I can imagine set structures are probably going to change like dramatically. As for warm-ups, I'm still going to stick to play my stuff, but anything that came out in the last, year or so is going to get played, and anything that was getting played before will still get played. So yeah, sets are going to majorly change. Thanks, boys.
Yeah, nice one, bro. DJ Looms, what have you got to say on the subject, bro?
Yeah, again, big shout out for the platform. I literally jumped in late, but I'm loving everything that's been said so far. Just a quick one, I guess going off what Time said, music's always developing. Like me, I'm a London DJ from Hackney, and not that we're in the centre, but I've heard music come up. We all have over the years. In terms of ages, I think the only thing I will think to say is that there's going to be no warm-up set. Like the warm-up set is the main set. The main set is the main set, and the ending is still going to be the main set because everyone's thirsty right now. The minute the doors open for the club, it's going to be loud. It's going to be left in the beginning. Like, go warm-up. It's going to be 10 times harder than it was probably obviously before lockdown and that. So I don't really think there's going to be much of a difference, but just the impact of what a warm-up set actually is going to be crazy. Your sets are still going to be the same set. You're still going to play music. Everyone that comes loves whatever song, you're playing, because that's how you run your thing as a DJ. And I think the only difference is, literally the only thing difference is the impact. I genuinely think that it's a club open from 10, finish at 3. That whole 5 hours is the main set. There's no cool down, because everyone's going to be jumpy, everyone's going to be crazy, everyone's thirsty for this stuff. And that's pretty much it.
Nice one, bro. Thank you for your input.
No,
guys, I've seen some new faces just to reset the room and just to let you guys know if you're new to us. Just inviting a few people up, and we're rotating people on the subjects that we're talking about, so everyone gets to say what they've got to say. We've still got loads to get through. We're going to take it over to Rome now.
Yeah, hi everybody, Rome from London. I think a lot of it depends on venue, but I think it won't change that much. It all depends on the DJ as well. So some DJs like to take it on a journey anyway. So if they're going to still play like that, they can still play like that. Even if the venue's busy, it doesn't really matter. So I don't think things will change that much. But yeah, that's my sort of take on it, really. Just want to keep it short and sweet.
Nice one, bro. Thank you. Yo, Dorma, what are you saying, bro?
Yo.
Introduce yourself, my G.
DJ Dorma, multi-genre DJ from South London. My take on this really is I don't think it should change, and for most DJs I don't think it will change, because the warm-up is just a vital part, like whether there's lots of people in or not. Like, I've been in clubs where it's opened at 10 and at 11 o'clock it'll be rammed, but people will be still vibed into the warm-up because it's just the structure of the night that almost has to happen. And doing a main set all the way through, I feel like ruin it. Like, depending on how long the club's open, but if it was from like 10 to 4, I think the main set will ruin it from 10 to 5 or 4, sorry. Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Thanks for your input, G. Man, like A-Dot, bro, I thought you was watching a film, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, I was watching a movie, man. But fuck it, I'll join you back.
All right, cool. Talk to us. What are you saying about this subject, bro?
I don't even know what the question is.
Nah, you're bugging out. Right.
Nah,
right, I'm just going to ask you just quick time, yeah? Do you think warm-ups and the structure of sets will change when we go back to the clubs?
It depends on the DJ. Obviously, we all know warm-up is the important part of the night. Warm-up as late as possible. So if you can take your warm-up and you're maybe smart enough to go to like 1:30, you're going to have a power hour set. The club's going to be busy. Everyone's going to love it. And the end of it, really. Personally, for me, when I go back, I don't really want to hear Ashanti and Crazy and Love and What's Love. I'd rather play, stuff that you play maybe 3-4 years ago, as, your Fine Wines, your 079, me, that kind of stuff. That would be my new warm-up. That'll be my way of doing things, but everyone's obviously got their way. Whatever works out for you, really.
Yeah, cool, man. And just devil's advocate for anyone that just listened to that. What do you think, guys? Do you think, we should still be playing older music, subject to, where we are venues-wise, what kind of DJ you are? let us know, man. So we're going to go over to Shay now. Shay, do you want to let us know what you think, darling?
Hi, yeah. Just a quick one. So I think I heard something about, you know, we might have to kind of play the bangers a bit earlier and stuff like that because people will be more eager to come. People will get there earlier and stuff like that. I mean, I think it probably depends on what type of event it is, obviously the demographic that's attending, etc., etc. But I don't really think people are creatures of habits or what they were doing before lockdown. When it comes to, okay, if the doors open at 10, they're arriving at like 12. I don't really think that's going to change that dramatically, even though that's what we're tweeting about. Yeah, I'm going to get there as soon as the door opens to help the DJ set up all this thing. I don't really think it's going to change that much. So I don't really think the whole warm up, main set, cool down, whatever is going to change that drastically. And as for you said, should we still be playing old school stuff at the beginning? I mean, it's up to you, but it's up to the DJ. But I think for me, a warm up is just music that's not necessarily currently popping within 6 months, give or take, or whatever. Just music that is a little bit nostalgic. So it can be old school. It can be like maybe 2010s music. As somebody said before, like the older kind of Afro swing vibe, the fine wines, whatever that were bangers back then, but they're not really so much played or thought about now. So yeah, that's my view.
Shay, just a quick one, just going off what you said. Do you think 6 months playing songs from maybe like six months ago, maybe just a little bit longer than that, it's a bit premature to even play in the warm up? Obviously, subject to what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I just threw that time span out there. I'm not really. I don't really. I've never thought about exactly the time frame of bangers. I mean, main set tunes, but you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Like, anything that's currently in people's minds and stuff like that as like main music that they want to hear when they go out, kind of thing. Whether that's a year, 6 months, 3 months, I don't know what people consider that. Probably every DJ has a different idea of it, but yeah.
No, appreciate the input, Shay. Thank you.
Yeah.
CB, what you saying, bro? Do you want to share your thoughts on this one, G?
Yeah, what's good, people? CB here. It probably pops up in your radar, whether it's Instagram or YouTube. What's good? I don't think the set structure will change. I think the DJ themselves have to change. Like A. said, I'm the same as him because I've learned from him with the whole warm up thing. I warm up until about 12:30, 1. So as DJs in this time that we're in this downtime, we should be learning how to warm up for as long as possible, because I think the only thing that's going to change now is, things are going to get busier quicker. But as a DJ, you need to hold it down in it, because obviously it could get busy at 10 o'clock and you might want to play the bangers, but you can't. So you need to hold yourself back and maybe just try and warm up for longer. So as DJs in the downtime, we should be sorting out our crates, sorting out our warm-up folder to be able to go and do a longer warm-up. I think that's the only thing that needs to change with us DJs. Just need to kind of improve our warm-up skills. That's it for me.
Nice one, bro. Yeah, definitely agree about adapting and using this time at the moment, being productive, sorting out our crates and that, man. Definitely got to do that. So big up for that, bro. Good point. Mervyn B, what are you saying, bro? Do you want to quickly dive in and let us know what you think about it?
Yo, Mervyn B from I'm not looking probably for the team, but I don't think the warm up will change drastically. Like other people said, people are hungry for a club, people are hungry for a night out and stuff like that. But I feel like they'll probably still want sort of the same-ish structure as before. So you head out, you hear sort of like nostalgic tunes, probably from like 10 to 1 or so, and then obviously then the DJ starts dropping the bangers from like 1 to whenever the club closes. I don't think it drastically will change what it should be. I think it's sort of like what CB said. I think we probably still need to try and focus on
mastering the warm up and improving it basically. So using this time wisely to go through our music and see what we used to play, and then we'll probably try and change it up a bit and see where we've gone wrong in the past and see where we can go right. You know what I mean? So I feel like it won't change too much. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, nice one, bro. Thanks for that, man. Right, we're going to wrap it up with the last two guys, and then we're going to conclude it and then move to the next subject. AJ, do you want to quickly just kind of tell us what you think about it, bro?
So, hi, my name's AJ. So, I DJ like hip hop, R&B, and also Indian music. And I'm based in Hertfordshire and Birmingham. And I feel like it depends on the demographic who you're playing for. So, like, if it's a student night, I think those will definitely change, because I'm a student myself, and once lockdown's over, I feel like I'll definitely want to come early, and I feel like that will shorten the warm-up sets. And at the moment, you're getting 16-year-olds people at the beginning of lockdown was 16, now turning 18, and if clubs opening next year, you're gonna get 15-year-olds turning 18, and their like attention span and their choice of music is so different. They grew up with different music, so I feel like you're gonna have to adapt to what they listen to, and especially they're coming earlier. But I feel if it's like your normal weekend residency, with like a wide age range, then I don't think those will change as much.
Nice one, bro. Thank you, man. And finally, Mr. FaZe, we saying, bro, what you got to say on this one?
What's going on, everyone? Evening. I'm DJ FaZe from South London, and my opinion is that I don't think it should change, or I don't think it's not going to change. It's up, as everyone said, it depends on the DJ. Like, of course, we are the ones that are controlling the night in it, so we can set the pace and how the night's meant to go, from slow to fast and whatever in it. And I think it's the one where a lot of musical knowledge is going to have to come into it, because of course we have to cater for all ages that's going to be inside the club, and you have to read the crowd and see what it's saying. And what CB was saying, like, this is like a moment where it's like, okay, cool, there is so much like music which we can use and everything, and like how we should organize our crates and getting our crates sorted out and everything, where we shouldn't have to worry about, oh yeah, this song should be warm up, this song should be middle set, this song should not. But then again, it could be a lot of DJs that will get excited that, oh, the club's packed by 11, I have to go in from this moment of time, and feel like they have to force it and force like a main set from the jump. Whereas I don't feel like it should change at all. You should keep that same pace, because you are the guy who's organizing the rave for the night. That's how I feel for it, man.
Nice one, bro. Thank you. Jordan, just want to quickly reset the room before we conclude this subject and move on to the next one, bro?
Yeah, for sure. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining in, or if you've been here for a little while from the jump, then great to see all of you and hear from so many of you as well. What we're trying to create is just a community space for everyone to be able to access, especially during these difficult times, so people can connect and network and collaborate and connect those dots, and just a space for community for everyone to come and access, and to be able to join in with discussions and viewpoints, and to chop it up and to network with one another. If you want to just pull your screen down, it will refresh the room. If you want to press the plus sign at the bottom of the screen and ping in anybody that you feel would like this room and what's going on in here, and the discussions that we're having, and like-minded individuals like yourself, then sure, go ahead, do that. That'd be great. Just to conclude on the topic, from my outlook, I think there were some great opinions given from some people that spoke about the time frames and the differences between the age demographics, from people that wouldn't have been able to access a nightclub or nightlife, compared to people that will have access it in mutual return. I think that definitely will provide a different dynamic in terms of the consumers, and what the consumers will be expecting or wanting, desiring to hear, especially with the introduction and the evolved in the world of platforms such as TikTok and Triller. You know, there's a lot of music with a very short sell-by date, and what also seems to come with the short sell-by date is the listeners' attention spans for what they want to hear. And you know, things like TikTok and other platforms that are out there, you know, they're providing access to music on a very short snippet basis, which potentially, if people are newcomers to nightlife, that might form their preconceived opinions on what they would expect to hear as a consumer or as a customer. Yeah, that's just kind of another outlook on it, I suppose, to consider and to think about, and to kind of just throw something in the works.
Yeah. I think, yeah, again, like Jordan said, I think a lot of people that come up and spoke on this particular subject just hit the nail on the head with it, really. I definitely think it's going to be the urban DJs that will have to adapt a lot more. As for that house DJs and maybe like alternative genres, maybe not so much, because I feel like urban music is so fast paced at the moment. And at the same time, I don't know if anyone's deeped it, but we've missed out on so much music. Like I was saying the other day, just before the lockdown started, Drake Toosie Slide. If we actually had the time to play that, that would have popped off differently. And there's been so many other tunes. You think about the Pop Smoke album as well. Like there were so many songs on that could have like popped off in the clubs differently. Loads of UK music. And I feel like it's not going to get that momentum that it normally does when you get that new track on your laptop and you test it out and it's popping on like GRM Daily and stuff like that. So in terms of organising your music and stuff, really, I just think it's important in this time while we've got the downtime just to be active on YouTube. Spotify playlists, I think, is one of the biggest ones to like keep up to date with new music. Radio plug-in mailing lists and stuff like that, DJ City, all the record pools, organise all your music. I definitely think there's going to be a little bit of a shift in the way things go in terms of structure and warm-up. And like, I think it was ×2, I think he mentioned about the younger generation, like the 16, 17-year-olds that are now like going on to 18. They're going to want to hear like all the TikTok songs that we've just recently been hearing. And I think we've got to kind of incorporate that into a main set. Who's that? Okay. Yeah, I think we've got to incorporate that into a main set, but not get too carried away, obviously, as well, because I think that's very important. But yeah, that was a good subject to talk about. We're going to move on to the next one now. And this one's quite interesting as well. So I'm going to rephrase it. How have you DJs been adapting and staying relevant? Yeah. Jordan, do you want to reset the room just before we wait for everyone to come up?
Yeah, for sure. If you just joined in, then welcome, guys. If you've been here a while, then it's great to have you inside and have you here. Welcome to UK DJs Connect. We've covered a few topics tonight already, but don't worry. We've got some more covered that we're going to share with you, and you can share your viewpoints and your outlook on those as well. So if you're new, I can see a few party hats in here, so it's great to see people joining the app and accessing the app. If you would like to share your viewpoint on any of the topics, then you can just press on the hand on the notepad and raise your hand, and we'll to share your outlook on things. If you also, whilst you're there on the screen, press on the plus sign, and you can then ping in people into the room. Some of your connections, they might be DJs, they might be in the music industry, or this just might be of interest to them in general. If you want to invite them in, then sure, go and do that. That'd be great. Just to echo what Walshy said, for the next topic is, how are you as a DJ adapting and staying relevant during the current scenario, situation, circumstances that we're placed in?
Right, cool. So before we hand it over to CB, just reiterating what Jordan A was saying, guys, don't be shy. get your hands up if you want to get involved. That's what it's all about. Hearing it from all different perspectives, people from all different areas. It's really interesting. So don't be shy. Come up. Most importantly, man, make sure you give everyone a follow and just interact with each other, because that's the most important thing as well. And yeah, we're going to take it over to CB. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, people? For the people that's new in the room, I'm CB. So basically, obviously, when this whole thing happened last March, I was kind of thinking, like, how can I stay relevant, and like, who am I staying relevant to? Because I think, obviously, it's all well and good just posting stuff on Instagram, but who are you like trying to stay relevant to? So that's when I started doing DJ routines. So DJ routines was my way to stay relevant and stay relevant to DJs. And then the YouTube channel that I created was to stay relevant and kind of put myself in front of a lot of people as well as upcoming DJs, because obviously upcoming DJs aren't really full-time DJs. So technically me putting myself on YouTube is kind of me putting myself and keeping myself relevant in front of everyone. Because if anyone wants to become a DJ, they can come to my YouTube channel. And then recently it was the live streams. Like, I only started doing my live streams about 3 weeks ago. And it all kind of stemmed from a video I saw from, I think it was Jazzy Jeff. I think Silk Shutdown shared it. And it was Jazzy Jeff saying something like, your manager at your residency is online every Friday and Saturday night, having a look at, your manager's on social media every Friday and Saturday night, seeing DJs playing, but what are you doing? So it kind of made me think, like, like, I should be doing something to kind of stay kind of, I wouldn't say I'm shook to lose my residency because I've got a really good relationship with my manager, but like, it's kind of to put myself in front of other managers, you know what I mean? So I started doing the live streams, doing that. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's it. Live streams, YouTube, and doing my DJ routines. That's how I stay relevant.
Nice one, bro. Definitely been an active DJ on my radar anyway.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Raymondo, what are you saying, bro? What you got to say on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely echo CB, mainly because while I was doing routines before. By the way, for people that are new in the room, my name's Raymond, by the way, Mashup DJ. But yeah, I was just doing routines, but I was doing routines relevant to the situation we were in, aka the tears, aka Boris talking, all that other stuff. I tried to keep it sort of in line with what has happened currently, just so it just made sense. And it really helped because it sort of helped people sort of recognize who I was. It sort of, you know, put a serious situation into a different perspective. And it got me, even doing stuff like that got me doing things online with fashion brands and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it's quiet down a little bit now. I'm trying to I've sort of gone back to the drawing board in regards to what to do next, because I don't want to do the same thing. I want to keep doing something different. So in regards to that, I just kept my content relevant to the situations that were happening over the course of the first lockdown right up until now, really. And it's really helped, and it's going to pave a way for future things, hopefully. But I'm going to carry on and try some new things as well. But that's me.
Nice one, Raymond. Guys, if you've put your hand up, bear with us, man. We're going to get you up. We're just rotating people so everyone gets to say, and then we can swiftly, keep going on to the other subjects, and everyone gets to say their point. ×2, bro. What you got to say, G?
I'm not gonna lie, mine's the complete opposite. I took from March till January out. I think I did one routine. I just focused more on like my production. So like when we come out of this, I've just got tons of remixes, mashup, like my own production that I can play. Just so I'm never really gonna have another time like this where I can explore like other avenues of what I do in terms of like creativity and stuff. So yeah, I haven't really stayed that relevant until, I'm not gonna lie, with CB just kept calling me and saying I need to see some routines. So yeah, now I'm back out of retirement. I'm back active again. That's it,
retirement, I love that. I think we've all been in retirement, bro. Genius, what have you got to say about this?
Hey, hi guys, I'm Genius. For me, I basically, at the beginning of the first lockdown, I happened to get my own radio show. So that was like a good thing out of it. That's kept me like relevant each week. And I've used it to be able to play like new music from upcoming artists and stuff. And I've been doing guest mixes as well. And I just got a guest show on another radio platform as well. That's going to be coming out this month. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Nice one, and congratulations on that as well, man. Big up for that.
Thank you.
That isn't easy to kind of land them things.
Thanks.
Shay, what have you got to say?
So in terms of staying relevant, I think obviously when we went down on lockdown in March and whatever, everyone was doing lives and I didn't do it for ages for whatever reason. And then, you know, I did a few like takeover Thursdays, I called it. I did a few lives some on my own, some collaborated with others, and I felt that helped to keep me a little bit active and whatnot. And then I think the last few weeks or something, I was like, you know what, to try a little something, try and do something different going into 2021. So I obviously I tried to do a little like a routine and whatnot. So it's just things like that, really, some few guest mixes and stuff like that, just to keep the networking going and stuff like that. But that's it, really.
Yeah, cool, man. Thank you for that. Young Krish, what are you saying, bro?
Yes, bro. Some of you already know what I'm gonna say. But yeah, so for the people who don't know, so in the first lockdown in March, I think we all felt it. You know, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just kind of sat in bed watching Netflix. I'm still doing that now anyway. But
no
yeah,
chicks.
So, huh?
No girls.
Bro, 2 meters, isn't it? Yeah, so in the first lockdown, I started doing interviews with DJs and like a couple artists, but just mainly DJs on Instagram Live. And I didn't really take it seriously at first. And then I think it was Day. He hit me up. Well, actually, I hit him up to do an interview, and then he hit me up and was like, "Bro, I think you should like, you know, properly brand it and properly take it serious." But I didn't really do it. I didn't really do it seriously, to be honest. But anyway, it kind of, you know, increased in viewing and blah blah blah, and I started, you know, interviewing like big DJs, Martin Too Smooth, Nathan Dorr, like big people in the scene at the moment. So that's what I was doing to stay relevant, and I think I gained around like 4,000 followers in like 6 months of me doing that. So I've done my bit now, and I'm just chilling, you know. But I respect everyone doing their Instagram lives now, and trying to stay relevant, because it is hard, you know, because there's not much for us to do now, because everyone's doing the Insta lives and stuff like that. But I have actually realized, I don't know if the rest of you lot have realized, but a lot of people are now valuing DJs more than they were before the lockdown. And I'm seeing that more regularly. Like, people are like, "Oh, you're bringing the vibes." Like, even CB doing his live on Fridays. You know, a lot of people, that's their Friday night sorted, you know. So I think now, coming out of quarantine, there's going to be a lot more people valuing us. Yeah, that's what I would say.
And that's from Shorty.
The only reason why I came up here is because my answer is going to be completely different to everyone else. I done zilch, zero, nothing, nada. I was playing music yesterday. It's the first time I turned my equipment on in over 2 months. Just messing around. I actually done a mix anyway that I'm probably going to upload to my Mixcloud tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't do anything. So I thought I'd come and share a strange sort of perspective. But yeah, I didn't do anything, if I'm honest with you.
Just quickly, Shorts, do you want to share, if you're comfortable, do you want to share maybe why your outlook was that?
You know, it's just like some people, I don't know, well, firstly, everyone's different, but I've seen a lot of people got through DJing and doing different stuff
Like I'm literally like some people go through DJing different stuff, or some people produce, or they content getting DJs. But like, I'm literally a DJ. Like, that's it. I'm a DJ. I'm doing it for 15 years. That's all I do. In the clubs, I was in the clubs for 15 years. So that's literally what I do. So when I used to do radio back in the day, it took me about 4 to 6 months to actually get used to hosting and presenting on radio because nobody's there. Do you know what I mean? You're in a studio, people are interacting via like, Twitter and all that sort of stuff, socials, but like nobody's there. So like when people was doing their lives, I was talking to CB about it earlier. I just don't enjoy doing them. Like I can catch a vibe when I'm DJing by myself in my room. I can catch a vibe with it, but the lives never done anything for me. So I just used to just watch people's lives instead, catch a vibe off that, and then that was it. I spent maybe about 2 weeks while I was going through some of my crates and moving my stuff over to my new laptop that I got like last year summer. But apart from that, I had no inspiration to do anything else. I didn't no stuff on Instagram, no other sort of stuff to try and keep quote unquote relevant. I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood, or like I said, I don't feel inspired to do anything. But at the same time, not on a complacent vibe. I feel like once stuff get back to a so-called normal, I don't feel like I'm gonna lose my place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. And I know a few people myself personally that, they've been going through some stuff and just not been able to or I just couldn't be asked to do it. I don't know, but I know a few people that share that same opinion, man. So I don't think you're by yourself on that one. Jay, what are you saying, bro?
It's Jake Sanders, for those who don't know me. I think in terms of staying relevant in the beginning, I was making an effort. I've done a couple of videos in pirate studios that had somebody to come in and film short little sets, and I'll upload that. And when the change came as well, with the lockdown being lifted slightly, I done like a dinner event, and it was the vibe. It was just something to keep the brand alive. But I think I'm sort of in a similar situation to Shorty, whereas now, because my second event after that was in December and it was locked off last minute, changing forward. I'm sort of like giving up like no one's really underling, and we've got a little random or whatever. Like I still get support or the likes or whatnot. So I feel like people are following you because you're a DJ, so because you're there to tell them when you're playing at an event, etc., etc. So if your content is not about that, there's a risk that you're going to lose that engagement. So I think me personally, I'm going to just I've done what I've done. I might record some more short sets in video format, but other than that, I think I might just chill out for a bit, work on the production just for like self-development, and maybe make some remixes and things like that on the SoundCloud, and that's it. To be honest with me, man.
Nice one, bro. Right, we're gonna go to Mervyn B, bro. What are you saying?
Yo, what's good, people? Loving B, bringing people in the room from Northampton, East Mids. For me, how I've been trying to stay relevant and sort of keep my name out there amongst like DJs as well. I tried doing like the live like first lockdown and stuff. Didn't really work. Too tough. So I kind of just laid them to bed for a bit, and then sort of now, like the third lockdown, I'm more doing. I've done a few lives here and there, but I started a new thing the other week. It's just like guess 5 songs, win some money. So that's sort of engaging some people. Been getting some good response as well. I think I talked to CV about it, and he was saying like I sort of run with it because it's sort of a good idea, and no one's sort of doing that as well. So I've sort of been running with that as a idea. Just obviously bring some fun and content to people as well, and test people's music knowledge. I've been doing some video routines as well, posting on my Insta. And what's been doing? Yeah, just started another thing where I was just doing like some collab mixes with like other like newer DJs as well. So just helping me get my name out there and helping them sort of get their name out there and just going up against each other. So it's just few little bits I've been doing here and there between like work and stuff. But that's sort of just what I've been doing, really.
Yeah, nice one, bro. We're going to swiftly move on to DJ Kano. What are you saying, bro?
Evening, thanks for having me up again. I just want to just thank Shorty for being so honest as well. Before I'm, talk about what I've been doing, I think it's easy for you to get absolutely swamped with the pressure of having to do stuff. So I really appreciate Shorty just being honest and sharing. So thanks for that. I've probably been through most of the things that you're kind of supposed to be doing or trying to do during lockdown. So I did the live streams. I wasn't even going to do them because they were quite disheartening with the amount of live viewers that you had. But a friend of mine set up a virtual bar on Facebook. So I ended up doing a Saturday night slot for about 3 months, 11 till 12 every Saturday. And it was actually a little bit uplifting for me because I was playing music again, which was cool. I've got stuff at home, like I've got a set up at home, but just had a new baby boy. He's only 5 months old. So Mrs. was pregnant at the time, couldn't really play music loud. So I went down to one of the local clubs that I'm visiting at and could just be in there every Saturday and be loud. So the lives, I did that, and then that kept, the hunger going for a little while. And then sort of towards where we're at now is I've just tried to kind of use the time for self-development. Try to stay relevant online by sharing quite a lot of DJ memories, sort of reminding people that I am a DJ kind of thing, because I share a lot of shit on my Facebook. So every day probably just sharing like a DJ memory and crowd shots and pictures of me DJing, especially on Instagram, but on Facebook as well, just to kind of put it out there to anybody watching, especially managers looking for DJs when it all opens back up, just to show that I've still got passion for what I do. So it's been taken away from us over this lockdown, but I want to put across that I still love it. I'm still missing it, and that I can't wait to get back doing it, kind of thing. And just sort of regurgitating and reusing old material, as I said, images that I've got or any videos live, because obviously I play house mainly, but commercial dance and house. So it's a bit more difficult to sort of be as creative, I would say, as you guys that play urban, where you can do sort of one artist versus another artist for a 20-minute mashup or other sort of battles with other DJs. But one thing I am doing is this Friday I'm going live on another friend's Mixcloud Live, just to kind of team up with him, who's also a local DJ. So sorry I took the floor for so long. I got off on pedestal, but yeah, hopefully that helps some people.
No, that's all good, bro. Thank you for sharing your input as well, man. Really nice to hear. Luke, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, thank you for having me up again. I suppose my situation's completely different as well. So I only became a DJ in lockdown 1, bought all my equipment right at the beginning because I thought that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to. I was a promoter before I was a DJ. I wanted to change how I was perceived. I was always in and around the DJs at the time. So yeah, I used that opportunity to work and learn. But this lockdown, it's more me now showcasing, not obviously staying relevant because I'm new, so I don't really class myself as relevant, but it's now me showing what I can do, because I'm not going to get in front of a crowd anytime soon by the looks of things. So it's more using the virtual platforms as my crowd. At the beginning, I got quite disheartened with the numbers that was coming in, but the main thing for me is that my friends was in there. So if they was catching a vibe and they was enjoying the live, maybe they'd share it, and slowly the numbers are starting to grow. So that's what I'm doing. It's more me getting exposure for myself and just showing people what I can do as a DJ, really. But yeah, thanks.
Nice one, bro. Thanks for that, man. We'll just try and go as fast as we can. FaZe, do you want to quickly sum up what you think about this, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like same as Shorty, I've done absolute jack shit. Like I generally haven't done anything. I think the first lockdown I done one live and that was it. As Shorty said, like I didn't get any like entertainment from it. Like I didn't find anything from the one live. Like yeah, as much as I have my friends and everything comment and everyone getting excited, but of course you can kind of be behind screens. You can show no emotion and no actual effort. You can be like, yeah, bro, amazing or woohoo. Like I didn't really feel it and everything. And same again, like I feel like I'm kind of confident that whereas in where I go back to my bookings when like outside opens up properly, like I feel like I'm still gonna have my bookings and everything. But the way that I've kind of done things myself is like I've spoken to like some of the promoters that I've worked with before, like just friendly chats and like normal conversations and like just checking up on people and everything like that. Like being that person, like, oh, you know what? Yeah, like Phase is here. Oh yeah, cool. Let me just like have a normal conversation and stuff. And I kind of spent like my lockdown time doing everything different, like just sorting out my crates and musics and everything, and just like building different relationships instead of like promoting all my stuff on like Insta. I've been like personally messaging DJs that I haven't spoken to in years or haven't spoken to personally. Like I'm just making those type of like relationships try to stay relevant in another DJ's mind or like an actual promoter's mind. Like actually speak to them in that type of way instead of promoting it on my Instagram and stuff. That's what I've been doing really.
Nice one, bro. Thank you. And AB Styles, bro, do you want to give us your thoughts?
What's the story, guys? I'm Ibrahim, all the way from Dublin, Ireland. And me personally, when we went straight into the first lockdown, I started drinking a lot. And then I decided to do live on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and doing different genres. And then about a couple of weeks later into my lives, the Don't Rush challenge came about, and then I saw all these DJs scratching and doing wicked tricks, and I'm like, fuck, I can't even do that. So I sold my controller and then ended up getting turntables in, and then just stopped the lives altogether. Went back to retrain, switched up my library, you know, still DJing as well. And then I only got back literally in a couple of months now. Having the confidence of, you know, being able to scratch and stuff like that, fully getting back to doing my lives now. So yeah, that's me.
Nice one, bro. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's just been completely honest about, you know, their experiences within the last year. Because if anyone's felt it, it's been us DJs, you know, other self-employed people as well. And for me, I had a bit of a different situation to a lot of people, and there's a few people in there that actually know. But I was doing 4 or 5 nights a week, and just to come to an absolute stop, it was just, I don't know, it affected my mental health because I suffer with mental health. And then shortly after that, my dad went into hospital with COVID and he caught it quite bad. And that was a really tough time for me. But that particular weekend when he went in, you know, I had friends, family egging me on to do the lives because I said I wanted to do the lives. And for pretty much every Sunday last year, I was doing like an Instagram live, like with slow jams, R&B, sometimes some club stuff, and that kept me going because I'm just used to keep going, you know. When you come to a full stop, it's just really weird, you know, and I'm sure some of you DJs can relate to that. Aside from that, I've been getting involved with podcasts, Say It With Chess podcast. Big up my boy Ethan down there, Raymond, AK. Got some guests coming up soon. I've been doing my radio show. I've started getting back on the mixes again with Mixcloud. I built a big following from SoundCloud days when everyone got chucked off there because of the licensing issues, sorry. And I had to build a following up on Mixcloud. And it started off great. Stylus, Double, them I know about, you know, the mixes and stuff like that and all the big boy plays. And then Mixcloud come through and just switched everything up, you know, with all the licensing and the royalties and stuff. And a lot of DJs have noticed that they don't really get as much plays anymore, which disheartened a lot of people, including myself. So I just kind of thought to myself, you know what, instead of just giving up, I'm just, this year, particularly 2021, I'm just going to put a mix out every week on Thursdays, you know, with different concepts. and that's been getting me through as well. And there's been a lot of DJs in here that I didn't know before the lockdown that I've actually networked with as well. And we've come a lot more closer. So we've set up some group chats to network. Big up Chris as well, if he's still in here. He's quite a fairly new DJ. He was interviewing a lot of DJs, and he done really well for himself, started doing some events. So yeah, it's just been a networking thing, really. Just trying to keep active, man. Yeah, that's me. Jordan, do you want to conclude it?
Yeah, it's been great to hear so many people's different outlooks and views on this, and hearing about what they've been doing to kind of, I suppose, not stay relevant, but they've adapted or how they view the situation. So I appreciate everyone who's come up there, honestly. It's a difficult time for DJs community, you know, with uncertainty of when venues will return, when things will be able to come back in some kind of format, however that will look and however that will be. So yeah, I appreciate everyone coming up and sharing those thoughts and outlooks and opinions. I think it's been a great time, and I think many people can agree it's been a great time to be able to connect the dots, you know, just on the back of what you said, you know, making those connections and reaching out to people that you might not have reached out to before, and connecting the dots and networking with them and building those relationships and those working relationships and friendships. You know, especially when you were in that whole touch of value. And it's just a real important thing to be able to do. So that's definitely something that I've been doing during this time, you know, when we were allowed to go out and meet and things like that. I had numerous different link ups with a variety of different DJs in different areas of the country, and you know, during the times when we're in the clubs, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a week, sometimes it's difficult for those kind of moments to be able to take place or to be able to happen because of the logistics of people's schedules. So that's been a nice thing, and that's been a good thing to come out from this time. There's something to look at with a positive light on. Just to kind of refresh the room, you just join in, then welcome. If you've been here a while, then it's great to have you here. If you'd like to share anything on the next topic that we're going to have, then you can just press on the hand on the note at the bottom, and we'll rise you up to come and share your viewpoint on it. And if you want to press the plus sign and ping in your friends, ping in your network, ping in like-minded individuals who would enjoy the conversations and you think it would bring some value to them, or whatever you think on that, then yeah, ping them in, get them involved. Walsh, do you want to go into the discussions on the new Pioneer equipment and the Apple stuff?
Yeah. So I think this one will be very beneficial to a lot of new DJs that kind of, you know, they're learning about the technical aspects of things with like laptops, equipment, and there's a lot of experienced DJs in here that, you know, can agree that Pioneer released a lot of equipment last year, more than they've ever released in any time, which has been a very bizarre time considering that their main clients, you know, haven't been working, which is a very bizarre one. And also Apple. So not just the new Apple ecosystem, but like, you know, if you're an up and coming DJ, you're a bit skeptical of what equipment to get in terms of spec on laptops and like particular controllers, maybe even some turntables, some decks. I think this will be a good discussion for the newer DJs to kind of divulge in and just listen to. But yeah, if you're interested in talking about this particular subject, it's new Pioneer equipment and new Apple Mac ecosystem. So if you hit the hand with the notepad at the bottom, and if you want to elaborate on anything on this, we'll ride you up, man. Cool. So what we'll do, we'll kick it off with Rome. We've got Luke as well. Anyone else, don't be shy, guys. It's all about networking, and don't forget to follow each other as well. because that's what it's all about. Take full advantage of networking with each other. So yeah, we're going to kick it off. New Pioneer equipment, Apple Mac. Rome, you're someone that's obviously bought into the new Apple Mac ecosystem. Do you want to kind of start on that and just tell everyone your experience with that and what made you buy it?
Yeah, that's fine. Hi everyone. Again, it's Rome, DJ from the UK, London based. Yeah, I jumped in. Well, I watched a lot of things on YouTube because that's what I like to do my research. That's the first thing a lot of you new DJs or DJs should be doing. Doing your research, checking out different people, show different tutorials on different things. And the thing I bought was the Mac Mini. I had a look and a lot of, just for my home setup, basically, not to take out and DJ. Obviously, I got a laptop for that. But yeah, for my home setup, I bought the Mac Mini, the M1. So sometimes it's good for other DJs to have two laptops, one for a backup and one to just keep at home, because you never know when you might need it. But yeah, I got the Mac Mini, and it didn't work with Serato or Recordbox or anything. So I only got it in February, and they've just about done the new update, so you can go on the Pioneer website and download the drivers, so all your equipment should be working now. So I just set that this week. So everything off S9 as well, that works, and you can use it with Serato. The only thing that ain't working is the light. So for electric equipment and samples that don't come up, but everything works fine off of that. And I've got a Pioneer XDJ XZ as well, and that works just fine as well. No problem with that. So yeah, I've been into it, but I just think just now things are starting to change. So you will be able to use Recordbox and Serato, maybe even Traktor. They've updated as well. So, but yeah, it doesn't matter what software you use if you're a new DJ. They all do the sort of the same thing. It's just whatever you're more comfortable with. But yeah, if anybody needs any help on this, you can always hit me up. Just give me a follow or hit me up on the socials. I'm willing to help anybody who needs help.
Nice one, bro. And just to reiterate on what you were saying about the iMac, the M1, you had quite a high spec 15-inch laptop. Like just in technical terms for people that might not know, what was the differences between your 15-inch laptop and the M1 Mac Mini, for example?
Yeah, the 15-inch laptop, high spec, it was running fine. Obviously, I had it for quite a while, but the M1 Mac Mini and the new M1 system, you can get the MacBook Air and the 13-inch. The fans in them, they don't come on, so the laptop or the Mac Mini doesn't really get hot. So it doesn't matter what kind of task you're doing, as in like analyzing tracks or things like that. It doesn't hot. It doesn't seem to get or do anything. So you can really push them a lot, even if you're getting the base models of them, because the way the new processor works is it's like 10 times faster than any Intel chips. So even if you've got like a small spec in them, you can it just runs just as fast or super fast. Like, so it doesn't matter how much you're putting pressure on it, it will still work.
Nice one, bro. Thank you for that, man. Thanks for your input. Centons, what are you saying, my bro?
My G, wisdom.
All good, man. All good. What you got to say, G?
I don't understand why some Pioneer stuff is so fucking expensive. I'm not even gonna lie. Like these new CDs, like these new, well, they're not even CDJ 3000 really. They're technically XDJs on it because they don't even have a CD drive. But I don't understand like how they sell them for like, what is it, 2,200 each, roughly. I don't understand how they can charge that much when they're like XDJ 1000s. Other than like over half the price. And yeah, I get that the CDJ 3000s have a bigger screen, hot cues on it, but I don't know. It just seems baffling how they get away with murder sometimes. Like we were saying the other day, in another room, about Denon. If Denon stuff didn't look so childish, I feel like they'd be the next big thing. But it's just their equipment just looks like toys. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
Did you just say Den stuff looks childish?
Well, if we're being real here, we all know what I'm on about. Like, yeah, well, I personally never used it. But from what I've seen, like their features and stuff just looks way better than any Pioneer gear. But it's just the way that it looks. I feel like Pioneer can just really run up their costs. But I don't know. I feel like if Denon sorted their shit out with how their gear looks, I feel like they'd be bigger than Pioneer in about 10 years. Obviously not right now, but
yeah, I mean, I think in simpler terms, just going off what you were just saying there, bro. Like with Denon and Pioneer, it's pretty much like Apple and Android. You get what I'm saying? Because like Apple are like leading, it's pretty much just like Pioneer. So yeah, no, I feel you on that. But the childish thing killed me. I'm not gonna lie.
in fairness, the S7 is reasonably priced. So fitness.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, so it's definitely not everything. And their controllers say like that. That was it, ETZ, all-in-one, full-channel one. Like that's near enough. Other than just smaller screen and just one of it, that's basically a whole CDJ 3000 setup, but like a fourth for the price.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot more cost effective. Thanks for that, bro. Thanks for
All
your
good,
input, man.
all good.
×2, bro. I know you're a bit of a tech head.
Right. So on the point made about the 3000, as anyone that knows about CDJs, when XDJ 1000 came out, it was like the first touchscreen before the 3000 Nexus 2. Pioneer suddenly discontinued it because they sold like hotcakes and they were very cheap. Using the 1000 Mark IIs came out, XDJ 1000 Mark IIs, no disk drive, and the price had gone up. And now we have a 3000 that now has no disk drive, and yet they want to charge silly money. The only reason I would want to use one is for the 8 points. Other than that, I don't really see a use for them. As for the S11, there's only one use that I've ever wanted outside of an S9, and that was to have split pads. So if anyone doesn't know what an S9 is, it's a mixer with basically the same pads as your controller would have. But you can't split them to left or right channel. You can only have them both doing the same thing at the same time. So my route around that has always just been to use an S9 with an SP1 so I can split the pads. So I'm yet to use an S11, but as I'm very fond of the slicer used in Serato, from everything I've seen and read about, the slicer mode is very different in S11, so I can't see myself moving just now. As for the denim stuff, yes, I get the point. It looks very childish. It's very colourful, but it was like water resistant. Pioneer don't have that. So yeah, that's what I have to say, guys.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, bro. And just going off what you were saying about the SP1 and your S9, have you not looked into the S7? Because that might be able to help you a little bit with the split queues of what you were saying.
No, because I can do the split queues with an SP1. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to go and invest in an S7 or an S11 when I can split the pads already. That's how I've got around my issue of not being able to split pads. Or my other route around it was HID mode and using the Q points on the 2000 Nexus as hot Q, and then I could split the pad back into slice or sample or whatever I wanted to do that way. I always just had to find a way around it, and that is the only use that I ever wanted to let the new generation of mixers have, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And I mean, it's not cheap right now, especially when we're not really earning any money. So definitely got to keep it cost effective. So thanks for your input, bro. DJ Kano, bro, what are you saying?
Thanks for having me up again. Yeah, I was just listening intently to what other people were saying regarding Pioneer, and then I'm really interested to hear a bit more about the Apple program because I don't know anything about it. I have watched the keynote speaker for the M1 chip, and I'm excited about that, and the Mac, the new Mini, which looks like really good value for money, especially for me when I'm looking to break into a bit more producing this year. So I'd be keen for anybody that's already using it to just hit me up and let me know about what you think about it. But that'd be great if you would. But the point I wanted to make about the Pioneer stuff is, obviously it's got this reputation as industry standard, and I think they probably wrote that themselves. And the price point on most of the high end gear, I think, is geared towards your nightclubs and your festivals and your destination, sort of clubbing places, your Ibiza and your Croatia's now and Las Vegas, etc. And it's a drop in the ocean for people like that to get the latest Pioneer equipment. Of course, all your big end DJs are going to want to play on the latest gear. What I do like about Pioneer is, that's something I don't like about Pioneer is if I want to practice on the latest gear, it's going to cost me an absolute fortune. The positive on the other side of that is that they have some controllers that are price pointed to be affordable at every different level. Now, obviously, you're not going to get the same features across these different things, and there'll be some things you have and some things you don't have. But generally, there's a price point for everybody, whether it be a DJ just starting out or whether it be time served, like majority of us in this room. I myself got the X. I get these bloody letters mixed up. I think it's the XZ, the 4-channel controller with the one screen, and like as previously said, it's like having CDJs. Really, it's got the same touch and feel. Just obviously, I'm giving up a bit of screen space, but I find that just as good as playing on CDJs for what I need it for. I ended up just buying that controller last Christmas because I picked up a few extra gigs that I don't normally do, and then I knew that I was playing on equipment that was decent. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Nice one, bro. Thank you, man. And just to give people a bit more of an insight on the new Apple computers, just like Rome said, best thing to do really is just go onto YouTube, and I religiously just watch things on YouTube anyway and just look at loads of reviews. And I think the most important thing also is just not to be too hasty about it. You just got to wait on certain things to update. So like firmware, drivers, and Serato, unfortunately, even though they're the leading DJ software, they do take a little bit longer to update their stuff, which is a bit of a ball ache. But just to go into the M1 chip a bit, it's definitely quite cheap than the normal MacBook Pro. And it's the new generation of laptops basically and computers. So basically, in a nutshell, it's they're using their own processor and RAM instead of using third parties, and it's a lot more faster. So it's not just for DJ stuff. You can use it for video editing. If anyone does that, when they're like rendering stuff, you can check it out on YouTube yourself. There's like loads of speed tests and stuff where it just smashes a top spec like MacBook Pro before the M1 out of the ballpark. So yeah, I would definitely say do your research. In terms of Pioneer equipment, I went and got myself an S11. I was able to sell some of my equipment before and just put a little bit of extra money to it. And I can't lie, it's really, really creative, man. It's made me feel a lot more creative as well. And to get up and do some routines, put some stuff on Instagram. I practice every day. I also got the XZ controller as well. I'm still getting used to it. I've only used it for a couple of weeks before we went into the last lockdown. But XZ controller is expensive, but in terms of a controller that has record box and Serato on it, it's the first controller that obviously has been put out there. So if you are looking to invest some money in, I would recommend getting that controller. But yeah, that's all I've got to say really on the Apple and the Pioneer front. Jordan? Oh, sorry, Shorty, bro. So I didn't see you there, man. What you got to say, bro?
Yeah, it's cool. Just quick thing last minute. Now, I was just gonna add to the I got a new laptop started last year, literally as the 2020 MacBook Pros came out, and I just like spec the fuck out of it. But now looking at the M1, I might possibly move to that one maybe next year or the year after, depending on how things go. Like I said, the one I've just got now is a terabyte SSD, i7 processor, 32 gig of RAM. I've literally, apart from like it being a terabyte instead of 4 terabytes, I've maxed everything out on that one. But what I would say is for the M1, is because the way it's been built and it's so efficient and it's Apple's processor, you don't have to get the top spec one on paper, if that makes sense, because of the way the technology is. So like whereas before, like I said, with my laptop, I'd get like top spec stuff. But the way this is, it's built so efficient. The best way to kind of describe it is like the iPhones. So for example, if you look at the iPhones and you look at the amount of RAM that the iPhones have compared to like your Samsung phone, a lot of the iPhones still function better. They might not be a better phone, just to depend on your preference, but because Apple make all this stuff together, it makes it much more efficient. So if you're gonna get an M1, don't worry about maxing out completely. You're still gonna get really, really good performance on something that you might deem a bit lower. So like the 8 GB of RAM, for example, is gonna be way better than it would be, you know, if you had a Mac from maybe like 2 years ago. So just kind of add to that, like you haven't got to waste crazy money because it's so good as it is already.
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. I actually got a new laptop myself just before they announced the M1 chips, and I was kind of pissed because it was a $3,000 laptop.
Same.
It was 32 gig RAM, 2 terabyte i7 processor, and that's a really good laptop. But when you look at that in comparison to the M1, and like you say, the basic model, like just the rendering and how much it can take, battery life, like loads of things, it just knocks it out the ballpark, man. So, yeah.
I think we've got the same laptop then, but I've just got a terabyte instead of 2.
Yeah.
No, I think we've probably got the same one.
Pissed. I'm thinking about selling it, but we'll see. We'll see where we're at. But Jordan, do you want to wrap that one up, bro?
Yeah, for sure. It's great for people to be able to share their outlooks on the kind of situation with Pioneer. Obviously, over the last year or so, they've dropped a lot of different products, which for many, I'm sure many are viewing that as a very strange marketing strategy, especially when DJs, you know, haven't got any form of income, or they've got a reduced form of income. But it's good to see different technology entering the market, and you know, something that provides DJs with the access to be more creative and to be able to challenge themselves and to be able to add variety and differentiation to what they're able to do with the different things that you can do on the new piece of equipment. So that's great. Same with the Apple stuff. You know, there's so much going on in the tech world. It's forever evolving, but most of the time it's for the benefit of the consumers, unless there's some strange bugs which we all know about and all randomly see pop up from time to time. But yeah, I'll just quickly reset the room as well. So if you just join in, then welcome. If you've been here for a while, then great to have you in here. So we usually cover the topics for around about an hour and a half, which we have done. The timing's been near enough spot on, which has been great. So really big ups to everyone for keeping your answers to a fair length and allowing other people to be able to come up and share their viewpoints and opinions and outlooks on things. So that's been really, really great for everyone to come in and be able to do tonight. We're gonna just open up the floor. Is that right, Walsh? We're just gonna open the floor, aren't we?
Yeah. I've got two. Well, one subject, but I'm gonna throw a little swerveball in there, man. It's gonna be quite funny, actually. So yeah, we're just gonna open up the floor for everyone just to, you know, chat and whatnot. Just to go back on the last subject, guys. I know we were talking about equipment and stuff. Honestly, don't be shy to hit myself up, Jordan A, CB, Rome, you know, some of the experienced DJs in here that kind of know a lot about equipment, even if it's not even about equipment, just some guidance with DJing to the new DJs. Don't be shy to hit us up individually. I would definitely recommend tuning in every Monday as well, because there's some interesting subjects that we get to talk about. And the most important thing, we just all get to network, man. It doesn't matter if someone's been DJing 10 years or you've just started DJing for 6 months, you know. Everyone's on the same level, feet are on the floor, and everyone's just here networking, man. So yeah, we're going to open up the floor now. And the question that I want to put out there, I think it's been I think it's been a subject that everyone's been talking about, and it's DJ Tiny being sacked from Capital Extra. Been all over Twitter. It's been everywhere. Just wanted to see what everyone talked about that. And before we get into this, I'm going to ask one question to some DJs that entered the competition. And this is going to be quite funny, actually, because I know some of you guys are going to be laughing to yourself. But where has DJ Rusky gone? He's completely come off social media. Tomorrow, he's got to announce a winner with £1,000 prize. He's come off Instagram. He's come off Twitter. Not being bad mind. I hope everything's blessed. But I'm not going to lie. You guys that have entered, I'd be thinking, what the fuck is going on? So, yeah, we're going to open the floor. So if everyone wants to raise their hand so we can make it an open room. And we're
Just before we do that, sorry, Walsh. Just before everyone starts throwing in 50Bs and all sorts of change, it's been great once again. Another week to have a great space for the community of DJs to come in and to be able to share their viewpoints and to be able to chop it up and to connect with one another. Something that would be really great is to utilize this platform and have a look around you on the screen, have a look at the people's names, click on their names, follow them, interact with them, connect with them, build those relationships and take it further than sitting in this room and interacting with each other just in this room. Really utilize the space and use it for what it's worth. But yeah, great to have everyone inside once again. Like Walshy said, we'll be inside back next week at 9 p.m. I
just want to go off the back of that, bro. CB and anyone that entered the Rusty competition, if you can't see anyone else in here like Raymond and all the other sort of contestants that entered, could you ping them in, because this is going to be an interesting one before we move over to DJ Tiny. Guys, it's an open floor, like I said again, so everyone gets to speak. So if you just want to put your hand up and come up, and then we can get this thing going to end the night.
Real quick, just good job, boys. That was sick.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
I enjoyed it. It was good, man.
Good. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
All right, so while we're waiting for some contestants for that particular competition, CB, sorry to stick it on you, bro, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah,
He's fuming.
You know what happened, right? So I was sitting here because I thought the competition was being announced today. I thought the winner was going to be announced today. So I went on to Rusty's page, and then the first thing I saw was no post here. And I literally just yelled, and I just FaceTime time straight away. I was just like, what the, do you know what I mean? And then like, I was kind of just thinking like, what's going on in it? Because I was just like, raw. But then, I don't know, I did see a tweet on his this morning, I think it was, saying something about how the lockdown is really affecting him or something along them lines. And then I just thought to myself, if it's a money issue or something like that, then I think it would have been fine if he just kind of said that, because we're all in a hard situation right now. We're not making that much money. If he turned around and been like, listen, guys, like, sorry to put you all through this, but I haven't got the grand to pay, I think we would have all kind of respected it. But I think it's just the whole disappearing act. It was a bit weird. What was I gonna say? But I think some DJs, like your DJ Ignitions, your Raymonds, and people that put in a lot of video editing into their routine might be a bit pissed, because obviously we took the time out to obviously think of a routine, plan it, record it, edit it. So I think some DJs are going to be a bit pissed in the sense of, oh, like, well, I've done all this work for a competition and now he's just gone. But not too sure. Like, it's kind of just like, okay, yeah, he's disappeared now, but what's going to happen when he comes back? That's all I think saying.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, really, I hope he is cool, because I know people have been dealing with particular lockdowns, especially this one, a lot more difficult than others. So I do hope he's cool. But, you know, when you run a competition and you put out their prize money and this is what's happening, in my opinion, you got to stick to it, man. So
Mhm.
it'd be really nice to see some clarification on that, man, because it is a shame for the people like yourself, Raymond, Scotty B, Max, like not forgetting so many other DJs that participated and put a lot of effort in. It'd just be a shame just to see all that go to waste. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope he's all right. Like, you know what I mean? I'm cool, and obviously no like mental health issues or anything mad like that in it. But I kind of just want to know what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone got anything else to say on that particular subject?
Shit, son.
What was the what was the competition? By the way, I didn't even see it. What was it?
Oh shit! Sorry, I've got to take some time out.
What the competition was basically DJ Rusty dropped a song about, I think it was about 2 weeks ago now, and he said, "Oh, DJ's been a hard time right now. No one's working, but I'm going to start. I'm going to do a DJ competition." Basically, us DJs needed to do a routine with his tracking, whether we mix into it or mix out of it, whatever, and then post it on Instagram, tag DJ Rusty along with the hashtag, and obviously in about I think he gave it a week for people to submit and stuff, and then it got to the end of that week, and then he extended it for another week.
Yeah.
So and
yes.
yeah, go on. Yeah.
I was just gonna say as well, we should have made this song a little bit more accessible to people because you're saying it was on was it DJ City. Not everyone is subscribed to DJ City. You know what I mean? A lot of people probably have to go.
I can't lie. A lot of DJs dropped off of DJ City this lockdown. Like I'm one of them, and I know majority of these speakers on here now are come off DJ City because DJ City's been slacking.
I definitely did.
Yeah, so a lot of like myself, I had to get the track for someone else, and I think a lot of us did have to do that in it because DJ City's been slacking. So like, yeah, Mervyn, like I do agree. Like he didn't really make it accessible. Like he could have made a Dropbox link and then send it out to everyone, but
He did.
did
You know? There was.
Did you know? Because that's how I got it.
Yeah, there was a Dropbox a month before the drop of the official release date.
Yeah.
Like you had to message him, for example, to be able to get it.
Yeah, so
I mean,
I did get that, but I think it was missing the acapella.
Yeah, I
The
mean, just
acapella
going
was
off,
missing.
just going off what Senton said. I mean, that was bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. But I actually think it's alright to be fair. But the question I want to put out there to the DJs and the audience, which everyone can still come up by the way, because it is an open floor. Would you play it in your warm-up set? That's what I want to know.
Nope.
I would.
In Birmingham
What would-
clubs, I think it'll be a set song. You know, in Birmingham clubs with Stardom being a brightest, I think it'll be a main set song.
Yeah, definitely. And I think just personally, nothing against Stardom, because I think Stardom's sick. I think it would have made more sense if he put a more higher profile artist from Birmingham, like Mist or Bugsy or something, because obviously he's connected with them guys. So that's why I feel, in my opinion, it hasn't hit as much as it should have. But I do actually like the track. I think it's alright, especially for someone that's starting out doing producing and stuff. But yeah, anyone else on that matter? Would you play it in your warm up set?
Sorry, I was gonna go. Just going back to the whole challenge thing. The other way that I looked at this is if he disappears off all socials and everyone's talking about it, his tune's doing a whole lot better because everyone's talking about it.
Yeah,
So
This is what I was
mystery.
just about to say. Is he going to come back with a bit of a rebrand and maybe step up with the producing role more over the DJing? Because I think that's what his last time I spoke to him, that's what his aim was. To that,
Yeah,
well, he's come away from it now to go and do a bit of a rebrand, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's hope that he's cool, man, and everything is all good, and you know, it's anything like related to his health or anything like that. But it is a bit of a conspiracy, man. I'm just thinking of the people that have put in some hard work into these routines and these videos, man. And it was good that he put it out there for the DJs as well, because it gives the DJ something to do. I feel like it brought the DJ community together. So yeah, big him up for that, man. We're gonna take it over to DJ Tiny now. So that was a big thing in the news recently with the payola at Capital Extra. And for those that don't know, he got sacked from Capital Extra because he was taking money from, you know, up and coming artists, kind of under the radar, and he got caught by it. Do you think Capital Extra was right to sack him? What's your thoughts on that?
Personally, I know DJ Tiny in him, but to me, if I want to promote an artist song, yeah, if on radio, yeah, I would definitely take money, because at the end of the day, yeah, like when we search your music, yeah, it's not on the internet, and we cannot really download it, and you're giving us the permission to play your song on big red platform where you get more views, where PRS will start coming in for you. This is what most artists do wrong here. When we're trying to promote their music here, they don't know the favors we're doing for them. Even though we ask, £200. From that £200, yeah, you could get like 5K, 10K. You could become big. I've actually had one issue with one artist before, yeah, asking me, can you put your song on my mixtape? I was like, bro, you have to pay me, because at the end of the day, yeah, nobody really knows your song. I'm putting my DJ career on the line for your music. Like I've got to concerts here, big concerts here. I play the music. The whole crowd goes silent.
I see it different, man.
Yes.
Can I just speak on that? Sorry, can I just speak on that? Just so it's clear. Just so everyone's clear on this. That is illegal, by the way. There's an illegal practice that's pretty much commonly known in the radio world and the music world, that payola is illegal, and it has been for a very long time. Just so everyone, if you weren't of the understanding of that, or you hadn't heard that term before, payola is illegal practice of paying a radio station to play a song without the station's disclosed information.
I mean, Jordan, just going off the back of that, like for me personally, someone that's been at radio for a long time, I connect with a lot of up and coming artists and do play their music. Yes, I am selective with it because it has to fit my script and the way my show goes. But I think there's so much more rewards that you reap out of playing an up and coming artist song, because you get to build that connection with someone. And you know, if they do blow, like you're the DJ that put them on, and that's the way I see it, really. And I just think it's a bit unfair that we're playing these big artists, but then when it comes to up and coming artists, we're charging them. You know, it's not fair.
I've really just got a thought as well. I don't know. Obviously, he's charging artists to play their songs. Do you reckon he was low-key charging DJs for guest mixes as well?
Nah, he wasn't.
It wasn't. Because when I did a guessing for him, he just called me and said, "Oh, can I do a mixtape for a family?" I said, "Yeah, why not?"
But you said that you're his friend, so it might be different.
No. It doesn't charge our DJs. It doesn't.
No, he doesn't charge DJs. I did a guest mix for him.
He doesn't charge DJs.
Yeah, the second lockdown, he literally, I sent my mixtape in and it was fine.
I'll be honest, I can blame him for doing what he's done. Personally, there's a lot of people that do that, you know, behind the scenes, that haven't been caught out the way he's been caught out. But if you think about it, everyone who's listened to his show, you always deep that he plays songs that you never know, but it always works the way he, you know, brands his show and, you know, presents his show. For me, £200 is nothing. That guy who exposed him is a dickhead for it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I see it as, you know what it is. You know what it is, yeah? It's not, it's a different platform. It's radio. I mean, as a DJ, your job is to sort of break through artists as well. Like, I feel like if you feel an artist is shit, you feel it's shit, you don't have to play a song. I think we have
100%.
We have to learn when to say no to money. You know what I mean? Money's not everything at the end of the day.
I don't personally think that every single song he played that no one knows about, he's charged them. I'm sure there's songs that he's played that he hasn't charged them. But if there's some random guy who's got 10 followers asking you to play his song on national radio, of course you're going to charge him £200 because who is he?
You can
just say no.
Yeah.
Or you can say, oh, but the thing is, I reckon he's got greedy, which is not a problem. You know, we're in a pandemic.
I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a lot of people that would do this and do the same thing. The key mistake for him is if this is what you're going to do and that's how you want to go about it, then please don't write it in an email, because as soon as you write it in an email chain, you're finished. Like this has. Like,
someone said you should have taken cash as well.
Yep, you should have taken cash from them. But if you now look at the artists that exposed this, as big as Tiny is and as many DJs as Tiny knows, a
a lot of the people that are loyal to Tiny now probably won't play that guy's music ever again.
Oh, he's done
Yeah.
that.
I just said quickly.
That's the
the
only
Chatroom
problem
thing.
that I see with it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The way it works in radio, and I'm sure a lot of you guys. By the way, my name is Jojo. I'm DJing in London. I'm producing, and I used to have a record label. What happened with him is pretty simple. When you go and when you are on a big kind of like national or I wouldn't say national, but like big London radio station or whatever, you have to go through a certain kind of I would say panel or channel management. For example, if I have a single and I want it to be played on the radio station, I would go and see a radio plugger. That radio plugger, his job is that I'm going to pay him. That radio plugger works for like all the big labels or whatever. So I'm going to pay him to get a record played. Okay. Now, that guy is being paid by the big radio station, right? And obviously, he's got a certain power over certain producers in central London when it comes to the radio. Now, what happened is that obviously, I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the kind of like of what happened, but I'm just saying that when I heard the story, I was like, okay, cool. So basically, the radio plugger got pissed off and turned around and said, by the way, you're not allowed to do that. Okay. Now, is payola something that is happening on a regular basis? Yes, it is. But it actually goes through the radio plugger. Do you see what I mean? I give you a simple example. Let's say this is me. I've got 10 followers on Instagram, and I'm like, hey, I want a certain record played on the radio. What the guy would do is very simple. He would actually come and say, right, okay, cool. It's going to be X amount of money. I will actually give it to a few like radio DJs, and the one who are actually accepting will actually play without any guarantee. What Tiny did is that he guaranteed somebody like, yeah, I will play your track for 200 quid. You see what I'm saying? So in a way, it's kind of like it burned the relationship with the radio station through the radio plugger. That's what it is. It's got nothing to do with like, oh yeah, like it got paid. No. In radio station, you have a certain chain of order, certain chains of command. And that's how it works. Unfortunately, that's very unfortunate that happens to him, but it's happening. It's real. You have a lot of guys. Sometimes, obviously, for him, you only got for 20 quid. But I'm pretty sure you have DJs, they get in like 2, 3, 4, 5K to go and play a radio track. But that radio DJ still need to go to turn around and speak to the manager and be like, speak to the radio plugger and be like, by the way, all his producer, by the way, I'm going to play this record. I want that record played on the radio. You see what I mean? And also, another thing, it's kind of like, as a commercial radio station, you have to understand, it's a business, okay? And the business of radio, a radio turn is kind of like, they are making money by advertisement, okay? Now, let's say I'm a big advertiser. Let's say I'm Henny's, or I don't know, like Zara or whatever, and I'm advertising on the radio. I'm like, cool. But you have to understand, you need to play track to a certain demographic, okay? Now, when you listen to the radio, when you think about it, I'm talking about London, I don't know like anywhere out of the country, but when you listen to the radio, you always hear the same artist because obviously you have big radio stations who actually work up to the fact that, these guys are actually aiming at a certain demographic and we need to speak to them and we are targeting them. Now, if I'm arriving with a track and I've got 10 followers, he's not going to speak to them per se. So the producer will have the radio manager turn around to him on who the fuck is that guy? Why is he being played on our radio station? And why is he talking about different subject matters that are not matching with our brand and our advertisement? That's what also that you need to think about. It's kind of like, what track did he play for him to get sacked for 200 quid? You see what I mean? Like, that's what I have to say on that subject. But it's like, I would say, guys, like, yeah, just go out there and research about the running of the radio station. It's very important. And once you understand that, you will see that there's a lot of things happening way beyond the payola. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of marketing and in terms of target demographic. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to put something out there to guys that kind of do listen to radio quite a lot. Who would you say that you'd put in place of Tiny? Is there any good DJs out there you'd think that would deserve that slot? Anyone there?
Anyone in this room. Anyone can DJ. Anyone in this room here can literally like replace him. Anyone. Let's get real here. I mean, I met him a few times and stuff. Like, he's a very cool guy, but come on. You see what I mean? I'm keeping it real with you. Okay? I know so there's a lot of people in this room right now that have bad skills. Anyone in that room
I think you're talking about on a presenter level.
Yeah, no, yeah, presenter level, yeah.
Yeah, not as
On
as a presenter level of the show.
On a presenter level, yeah. Anyone in that room?
Walshy, I think you should apply.
Huh?
I think you should apply.
Let's go, bro.
One thing I did want to say was I was actually in a room probably about a week ago with some of the One Extra producers and Capital Extra producers talking about this. I think it was the weekend that it happened, and there was a few people in there that said that he's irreplaceable, and I was just like, okay, you know what, the guy's had a good platform, he's Stormzy's DJ, but irreplaceable, I don't think so. What's your thoughts on that?
Okay. This is my thought. Yeah. DJ, he said, has been on radio station for 20 years. Like, the end. Done. Is DJ Tiny replaceable? No. Like I said, anyone in this room as a presenter can do his job. Let's get real here. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to DJ. You see what I mean?
I agree with Jojo.
There is some very good DJs in that room that could do his job. You know what I mean? Don't believe the hype. You see what I mean? Sometimes you have people, sometimes they get on radio, you're like, what the fuck is going on there? Think about it. Compared to a lot of amazing DJ you're hearing on Twitch or YouTube or even Instagram, you're like, yo, what the fuck is going on there? Why is that guy on the radio? Think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
And some of you are really good.
My only point on this is that I know Tiny. Tiny's very good, but if you looked at how, I don't know how many of you listen to Capital Extra. Whenever I was listening to Capital Extra, with every hour or hour and a half, I would hear Stormzy's official DJ, DJ Tiny, and that was the show they was always pushing. So that's the only reason why I can say yes, he's irreplaceable, because as a brand to them, that's all I ever saw them pushing the most. In terms of skill level, yeah, there's people like EZ, look, ain't on radio realistically, if you get what I mean. But can he be replaced? In skill set, maybe, but as with his brand, probably not for them.
Okay. I mean, just elaborating on that. Has anyone seen his Serato HQ video?
Nah, don't go there. Don't go there.
Nah, don't do that to him.
Nah, Walshy, stop it.
No, I'm just asking the question. I'm asking the question. That's all I'm
asking.
Say that. Can't do that, bro.
Yeah, but okay, all right. On that subject, yeah, on the Serato HQ subject, because I've been to Serato and I've got a Serato HQ video. It's not all just about people that go there and can do mad scratching, mad pad effects, mad chops. It's actually just down to like different people. Sometimes it's just the person in themselves. Look, Serato want to film a video with. It's nothing to actually do with their technical ability as a DJ.
Okay. Can I elaborate on that?
Yeah, go on, Jojo.
Jojo! No, sorry. All I'm saying, sorry, I'm driving. But all I'm saying is that I totally understand what you're saying and everything. But when you look at like the level of DJing that we have today in the world, it's kind of like, I'm gonna give you my opinion. Okay, I was born in France. We have a lot of amazing DJs. 20 years ago, the DJs in England were not that great. I'm telling you right now. Today, the level in England is insane. It's insane. Okay, trust me. I've been DJing in England for 20 years. The level in England in the past 20 years have gone up like to a level like, whoa. Trust me. Okay, like you guys in England today can go and DJ anywhere in the world. 20 years ago, fuck no. Today, it's like, yo, guys, I need the DJ in the south of France, fucking Romania, Russia, let's go. Because you have that level. That's what I'm saying. My thing is kind of like, it's not about being a presenter or technical level or whatever. For me, this is my point of view. This is how I see it. It's kind of like, if you're a British DJ, by the way, I'm French, yeah? But anyway, if you're a British DJ and you get to kind of like go out there, be on a radio, be on stage, or kind of like do what you love or whatever, you're representing your flag, for fuck's sake. You see what I'm saying? So you're representing the skill, the presentation, like everything. You see what I mean? Like Like I know some great DJs in the UK. Like I'm thinking of NDP and Martin and all these guys, and I'm like, yo, you guys are fucking insane. They're in England. They're not on radio. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, cool. So, and that's my point. It's kind of like when I'm hearing the brand, DJ Tiny, Stormzy and stuff, I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm sure he's a great guy. And I met the guy. He's a cool guy and everything. But sometimes you just have to be realistic with yourself. He's like, you know what? Yeah, cool. There's some guys out there, they're way better than me. I'm not replaceable. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just have to tell yourself as a man, forget about the DJ, as a man on some, you know what? You have some guys out there, they're really good. Let me try to get to their level. Let me train to their level. You see what I mean? Let me improve myself to their level. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about the DJs like in general. I'm just talking about the DJs in this room. Let me get to your level. Let me train myself. Let me scratch and stuff. Because remember, Serato, the reason why we have Serato when Serato started was for scratch DJs. Because scratch DJs was traveling with Mad Records. And it was just something like, fuck me, like, when we go out there, we have to spend all that money on records traveling, and we bought all that shit. You see what I mean? Remember, house DJs were traveling at a time with something like $1 be good. But hip-hop DJs were traveling with like $10, $20. You see what I mean? And they invented Serato. You see what I'm saying? So scratch DJs is hip-hop. Hip-hop, you have to think of Funkmaster Flex and shit. Like, you have to think that all these great DJs. Don't you want to get to that level? Don't you want to kind of like go through history and be on some fuck me? Like, yeah, let me get to that level. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? And I'm telling you, here in England, and I'm talking about up and down the country. It doesn't matter if you're in Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Bristol. You have some amazing DJs in England. You never hear about them. They're on radio. But if these guys were to get to radio tomorrow, they would fucking blow up. Bigger than DJ Tiny, Stormzy DJ. I'm telling you right now.
That's
Can I interject, please, Jojo? Because I'm just gonna say it from a different perspective. Sorry, guys. Rihanna Ray, R&B DJ. So from like a corporate side of things, like branding is really everything, and I think especially a lot of media careers and whatnot, it sometimes doesn't matter how much. Like you're saying, there's great DJs who can do all this scratch masters, but like from a corporate side of things, I guess for Capital Extra, DJ Tiny works because like they can brand him well and that he can resonate with audiences. And I think like, you know, even where I've worked in social before, and it's like, yeah, there's great like bloggers doing amazing things in the work every single day. Their content is amazing, but we're going to pay money to the bloggers who are actually, you know, they brand a little bit more there and they can resonate with people a little bit more. It doesn't necessarily mean that their content is better or whatever, but it's just like, so from a corporate side of things, like all they are focused on is about the brand and who fits the brand and who they can push out more to a wider audience. Like pushing out somebody maybe who's a Scratch Master 3000 might not work for Capital Extra, and it probably won't work for Capital Extra, but it will work in other places. Like if Crossfader was to do something or Serato was to do something, you know. So like I think it's quite important to like always have that in the back of your mind when you're talking about these larger kind of broadcasting entities, because it's branding. That it's literally branding. That's what it comes down to.
I definitely agree with you. Okay, branding is very important, and scratching is irrelevant. I definitely agree with you. You know what I mean? I'm a hip hop DJ. Like, yeah, scratching is irrelevant. I'm telling you one thing, yeah. Like, you know what's important? The selection. It doesn't matter how good you are at scratching or whatever. Your selection is everything. You see what I mean? Like, and on a corporate level, yes, I agree with you. You know, but for me to turn around and be on some like, yeah, you know, branding is important, and but Stormzy is hip hop, so like I understand corporate branding.
Yeah, but I think sorry, just to interject, I was just saying that in terms of like you kind of debating about Tiny and where he stands and kind of like if anybody in this room can be better, which is probably true. There's always somebody better than you. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm just saying it from the other perspective, kind of, from a corporate business wise, Tiny probably worked for their brand over
100%.
a lot of DJs. So just trying to open that perspective, really.
Yeah, honestly, 100%. Stormzy is one of the biggest British rapper. He's got a DJ, he gets on the radio. 100%. Do I think it's fair? No. Do I think it's got the skills to be there? No. But on a branding perspective, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. If I own the radio station, I would have done the same shit. Because guess what? I'm running a business. But now, since I'm a DJ and I don't run the radio station, well, guess what? I'm allowed to have to say, well, guess what? You know what? You have a lot of amazing DJs in this room right now that kind of do a better job than him on the radio. That's what I'm saying. I'm being real here.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
No disrespect to another DJ in here, yeah, but does anyone think being a DJ is not easy?
What?
Does anyone think now that being a DJ is very easy, not just become a DJ? You just wake up one day.
DJ or to be a very to
become a DJ.
Oh yeah, anyone can be a DJ. Let's be realistic. But as for what Jojo's talking about, technical DJs and DJs with a high skill set, not anyone can do that. That's my point.
You know what it is
as well? The actual term DJ has changed so much from over the years as well. 20 years ago, a DJ was a dude who had a box of vinyl and can mix tunes together. Nowadays, a DJ is a brand in itself. You're not just playing tunes anymore. You're out there promoting. You're out there with the promoters. You got your Instagram going. You got your Twitter going. You got your TikTok. Whatever you're doing, it's not just about playing tunes anymore. You want a brand in itself.
I agree with you, DJ Hilly. It's kind of today, why I've got a DJ agency, okay? And what I'm looking like, whenever I'm looking for DJs, I'm looking at what do they do online, okay? I'm looking at their Instagram and I'm looking at all of that. But because I'm a DJ myself, I'm looking at their skills. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of sometimes I receive things and stuff I'm sorry if I'm renting and stuff, but I'm pleased guys, I'm a DJ agent. I'm booked DJs, obviously not now or anything, but sometimes I get guys, they send me 30-second videos of them mixing a track and they think I'm gonna kind of judge them on that. I'm like, are they actually being serious? You see what I'm saying? For me, it's just but you have to understand, it's kind of as a DJ, you have to sell yourself. You see what I mean? You literally have to sell yourself. And a 30-second video on Instagram is just not good enough. A 10-second video. I'm receiving clips, literally, my agency of DJs and some yeah, by the way, I'm big there. I'm big in my city. I'm like, but man, send me a mix of you on your phone DJing for an hour. Let me see what you can do in an hour, for an hour in your bedroom. Literally, come on. Show me what you can do. You see what I mean?
Jojo, just another thing, bro. Because I think it would be good to hear from you, actually. What other things do you look at when you're kind of scouting a DJ or you're looking to put a DJ somewhere?
First of all, this is what I'm looking like, yeah? I don't give a fuck if you're fat, black, white, yellow. I don't give a fuck. That's egg, okay? No, I'm being real. Because, some agency or some people will come out and say, you know what? Yeah, you need to look good. You need to fucking... I'm like, what? No, fuck that. Okay, for me, the number one thing I'm looking at is your skill set. Okay, seriously, is your skill set. Are you good behind the desk? Can you mix two tracks together? How do you, if you're a woman, you don't need to show your tits. Just be yourself. You don't need to put a sexy dress. Fuck that. Just be you. Just be you. Trust me, it's enough. Because I'll be judging you on your skill set. That's it. You see what I mean? For all the women out there who are listening, believe me, don't believe people who are coming up to you on some oh yeah, you need to show up your teeth, show a bit of cleavage. What the fuck? Fuck off. Okay? Literally. Tell them. Sometimes, you know what? Because sometimes I'm receiving
real talk.
No, but real talk, bro. Sometimes I'm receiving mixtape of chicks with their tits out. I'm like, no, babe, sorry.
YouPorn is not my agency. If you want me to send you there, it's not. I've got
Hit me
clients.
up.
You see what I mean? So I've got clients. What I'm looking for mostly.
Hey, Jojo, are you on Instagram?
Sorry? Yeah, I'm on Instagram, but I've got like 4 followers and shit. Like, come on now.
This guy.
This guy is lying.
He's lying. He's lying.
No,
I'm tuning in from Sweden, and Jojo is my mentor. He's lying.
Listen,
He's lying.
Listen, what I'm saying is this, right? Is the number one thing you need to look at when you are sending stuff to agencies. It's kind of like, yo, send a mixtape of you. Literally, you don't need a nice camera of you DJing in your bedroom, in a pub. I don't give a fuck. Just play for an hour. Just play for an hour. It doesn't matter. Your surrounding does not fucking matter. I don't need it. Just play for an hour. Stuff that you like. Literally. Forget about doing it in the hip hop set or bashment. Stuff that you like, because that does not lie on camera. It's literally like, I will see it straight away. Right, she's good. Right, it's good. Let's go. Boom. I've got a job for you. Boom, there. Come on, let's go. You see what I mean? Remember, like, me as an agent, this is the way I think. I'm like, I don't want to work with a dick. Your attitude is everything. You know, I met some great DJs in my life. Great DJs. But they had the shittiest attitude ever. I did not want to work with them. And I knew I could make money. But I was like, I don't want to work with you because you're a dickhead. And you have the worst attitude. And if you have the worst attitude with me, that means you'll have the shittiest attitude with my clients. And I will lose my clients for you. You see what I mean? So I would say to all the DJs out there, check out your ego. Check out your ego. Like the young woman says, I don't know her name, she said earlier, it's very simple. You always have DJs out there who are better than you. Right now, as we speak right now in this room, you have guys in this country, they are fucking scratching, DJing, that working their set right now. Check out your ego. That's the number one thing. That's the attitude. If you have the right attitude, the way you talk, the way you're gonna send your tape, the way you're gonna talk to me, trust me, you've been that business for the next 2 years, bro. I'm telling you, like,
Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
No. I started DJing in England back in 2000. I've been DJing in the West End for 20 fucking years straight, 5 nights a week. Yeah, believe me. Yeah, in the West End, you have about 2,000 DJs better than me. Yet they don't DJ 5 times a week. They don't, but I do. You know why? Because I'm not a bitch. I don't have an attitude. I don't have an ego. I'm no one. And you have DJs out there who are 10 times better than me. And I've got the balls to say, that guy is good. That guy is amazing. That guy is amazing. That guy is fucking amazing. Hire him. Come on, let's go. That's what makes a difference. That's all. So like me as an agent, this is the 2 main things I would say to you. When you send a tape to an agent, when you send a tape to a job, or a promoter or club owner, send him an hour. Put that on Mixcloud. Put that on YouTube so he can see you. Okay? He can see your attitude. But most of all, be cool. No one wants to work with a dick. I mean, we all have job up in here. Imagine you going to work with a guy that tells you that, you know, like, yeah, you're fucking like, you don't want that. You see what I'm saying? When you go to a club, say hello to the bouncer. You go to the toilet, say hello to the guy in the toilet. I got jobs from the guy that was in the toilet. Because the toilet guy was like, yeah, by the way, you have the toilet guy came out to the club owner, that DJ is good. Then the
no issue.
You know what I mean? Like that. Then he's kind of like, you get the bouncer on some. My God, that the DJ came. He said hello to me. You know what I mean? Have a nice attitude, and you will get jobs from nowhere for the next 20 years. I can guarantee you that. Trust me on that. Be cool. Be cool. That's all.
Hey Jojo, I just find right now.
That's all.
Ooh, wow.
That
was interesting. Jeez.
That's too much to take in. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you.
Nah, it was
reset the room.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Real talk.
Merci, my brain is turning. My brain. Jojo, I just followed you on Instagram, yeah.
but I've got 5 followers.
Yeah, follow Jojo.
You
Follow
ain't got
Jojo.
5 followers on Instagram, bro. You ain't got 5 followers on Instagram.
Yo, listen, guys.
I found your Instagram.
Listen, guys.
I'm in bed right now. My wife is looking at me like, what the fuck is going on? Listen, I'm gonna go, okay? Bye. Listen, guys, please stay strong. And yo, Walshy, Jordan, can you do more of them, please? Thank you.
Every Monday, bro. Every Monday.
Yes,
man.
I'll be there.
Every Monday, 9 p.m, brother. Good to see you, man.
I'll be
That
there.
sounds like a film intro.
Respect, bro.
Jesus, sounds like a film intro. Every Monday, 9 p.m.
Bless, guys, bless,
Yo,
bless,
it's serious. Where you been, bro? You been quiet.
You know what it is, bro?
Jojo, make
Yo,
sense.
au revoir, Jojo. You know what it is? Is that like I got best shit to say, but what's the point? Like everyone else talking it. I'd like to hear people's opinions.
Have you got
Hey, I
anything
want to
to
hear you
say?
talk. Bro, put a question, I'll answer in it.
Just quickly, just quickly. My brother, Malogo, do you want to say something to the DJs? I know you wanted to say something.
No, I'm just listening in, man. I mean, like, pick up everybody here. Like, you know, you are doing your thing, and just stay blessed. I'm just listening and just trying to learn things. You know what I mean?
Love, brother. Love that, man.
Bro.
Yeah, appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, but levels though. Walshy, Jordan, this is my first one. I appreciate the invite. I think it's a great thing that you guys are doing. And 100%, like, I'm sold every Monday, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sold. Hold tight, CB. Check out his YouTube. He's streaming this.
Appreciate that, Terry. Yeah, CB is streaming
CB
this
on
on
the YouTube. He's on
YouTube.
that shit, bro. I love that.
For the Android.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
Hi, Mom. Hey, Mama made it. Mama made it.
Go on YouTube. We're getting that YouTube money, baby.
One mic. Quick question, yeah, because I've been trying to do a YouTube video, yeah, like a big stick, yeah, on YouTube, yeah, and every time I post a video on YouTube, yeah, it gets taken down.
You can't post music on YouTube, innit? It's copyright and all that.
No, I
Same
mean,
with
like a video mixtape.
a video mixtape with music,
Video,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's both. So it'll get taken down because you're using other people's music on top of other people's videos. So
Yeah, but other DJs, when I check their YouTube page, yeah, they've got millions of views and it doesn't get taken down.
But are those videos posted like a couple of years ago, like maybe a year ago or 2 years ago?
Like I'm talking about 6 months ago.
But yeah, they've got.
Came out.
But where is it
This
been
would be good
posted?
to ask
Has
Drew.
it been posted on behalf of? Because if you
Pardon?
read into it, it may have been posted on behalf of somebody. So if the DJ has permission and it's been posted on behalf of the label, somewhere in that it will be said, and that's probably why they're getting the clearance and the millions of views.
Nah, just DJ. This DJ, no, he has no clearance.
Gooch,
Yeah, I want to hear Gucci speak. on
Gooch,
this.
can you shed some light on that for DJ Untouchable? He's probably fallen asleep.
I just want to say something. Actually, a good little subject to talk about. I don't know if any of you guys have realised, but the algorithm on Instagram lately has been absolutely shocking.
Oh my
I don't know if any of you have realised, but obviously for me, like story views, maybe interaction in terms of posts that I put up, even Instagram lives, I feel like have dropped off a little bit as well. I just wanted to see what you guys think and how we could kind of beat it and improve it. That kind of vibe.
I'm moving to OnlyFans.
I'm not gonna lie to you. During the lockdown, the first ever live mix I did, yeah. Instagram suspended my account, telling me that I'm using some songs that I'm not meant to be playing, like some record label. I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, I'm just playing the music, and you guys just share my thing. That I have to fight the case, but luckily I beat the case. So what they told me that don't play some artist song, for example, like Drake, like techno, like all the major artists don't really play their song unless they're gonna flag it up. So that's the reason why.
That's why on my live streams I play old school music, like to try and avoid copyright. I try and go as old school as possible and turn off master tempo, and also talk over when you're on live stream. It's good to use a microphone to kind of break it all up. So talk through the song, talk to your audience, so the algorithm doesn't pick up the music. That's how I've got around not getting locked off.
Actually, can I put a question out there?
No, you can't.
Okay, then. I'll take Walshy. I'll let Walshy. No, I was just gonna say, like, kind of what CB said, like, as a DJ question, how, like, do you think that using a microphone is important in a DJ set? Do you think it's a skill that we should have, etc., etc.? Just a question to the DJ. What do you guys think?
Can I revert that question back to you, bro? I want you to answer that one.
No. I asked it for everyone else. So as you were.
I personally don't use a mic. I take a host with me, so I don't have to use a mic. Only purely based on, my S9 is my central control console, and I'm gonna use it like every 20 seconds to press buttons and effects. So I don't have time to pick up a mic. So that's why I don't host my own set.
Terry, do you host your own set?
Excuse me?
Pardon?
Do you host your own set, Terry?
Who's Terry? I know, Furious. Oh, sorry, yeah. My bad. Let me change my name. Yeah. I always host my own set, yeah. Like, I get it. Sometimes it's annoying because if you're doing stuff. But that's why, like, Westwood, sometimes it's good. Like, Walshy has, like, a mic stand. So then he has it on all the time. So therefore, he can still do stuff with his mixer and to keep on speaking into the mic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Westwood is not the best person to use, though, because he plays pre-recorded mixes half the time.
Who, Westwood?
Bro, I've played in before lockdown. I played with Westwood 3 times in 6 months.
So did I, bro.
And he used a pre-recorded mix, and yeah. And I'm telling you, you see last week, when you guys were talking about funny stories, I wanted to tell you, look, Westwood, CB knows this story actually. Westwood is not allowed to play his full set in the club I work in Kingston at 2:30 to get Westwood off the decks. He's always going to say, "No, baby, I'm not coming off." So my boss will torch me in the eyes. He goes into the amp room, turns off the subwoofers, turns off 6 out of the 8 mid tops amps. Yeah, and we go, "Oh, what's happening, man? What's going on, man?" Because otherwise, if Westwood stays on till 3, listen, we're not getting people out that club until 3:30, and it's peak.
So, that's a compliment to his DJing skills, right? That he keeps them busy.
No,
right?
no, I know. But in terms of Westwood, that was my funny story. That's how we get Westwood off the decks. We have to.
You know what? Bro?
Okay.
You know what? Just going off the back of that, bro. Like, for me, that's quite surprising actually, because I think Adot and Infurious will kind of back me up on this. I've personally DJ'd with Westwood. I can't remember how many times I've DJ'd with the guy. I've DJ'd with him from like back in 2011 in Malia, that far back, and numerous amount of times in a lot of my residencies. And the thing is, as a resident DJ, when a guest comes in, normally they're just there for an hour. Every time he's come, he's done the whole night, and there's never been a pre-record. Never been a pre-record on my watch. So never, bro.
Never, bro.
Never.
One time I see him 1 week in one club. Next week I see him in another club, because I do a lot of student nights down the South Coast. See him twice in 2 weeks, bro. With 7 days. Not a set similar, yeah, but it's a different town, so he can get away with it, but not a pre-record.
Yeah, I get the night off when he comes through. I'm like, shit, Westwood's here. I've got a free night. I'm getting.
Yo, that time in Brighton, I'm not
gonna lie. Yeah, I'm booking hotel, everything.
Everything. Man's getting paid for doing 9. But true though, level. Sometimes when you warm up for him, obviously, sometimes. Was it one time someone said when you warm up for him, you got to play like house music or some shit?
Oh, bro, you can't play urban. Don't play urban anywhere near him, because he'll stand over your shoulder and go, "Dog, no, dog, not that one, big dog. No."
Why did you just do that though? Because me, if anyone tell me that, I will not listen. I'll play what I want to. I'll play the fuck I want to play. Because at the end of the day,
you're there to assist him. He's the main act. He's the bread and butter.
I don't care. I'll still play what I want to play, because at the end of the day, why am I some person with a type of person I was called yet? My on time play, I not play some songs that I actually want to play.
Doesn't want you to play the bangers before he come in.
I'll play this.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? Just going off the back of that, it's really important to play your role, man. Like 100%. You can't be rinsing the DJ before you, the main event DJ. You know that's just part of the DJ.
Right, that's the next question.
Or you would be the main DJ.
One second. Walshy, that's 100% correct. But if just going off what Time just said, and he's over your shoulder saying, play dance. If you're in an urban venue, like some of the urban venues I work in, if you go anywhere close to that type of music, you get lynched out of the club.
Yeah, no, bro, listen, I
No
hear you
cap.
completely. I hear you completely, especially for someone that DJs in the urban rooms. If I had a guy, especially Westwood, that would be over my shoulder, being like, do this, I'd be like, look, bro, no disrespect, this is my stomping ground. I know what works here. Maybe I'm going to try this. Do you know what I mean? It's all about approach, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, bro, I worked with him like Southampton and Brighton within 7 days, yeah, in the last freshers, not last year prior. And like, I was warming up old school R&B. I was playing like the stuff that I know he ain't going to play, like Drunken Loves. Do you know what I mean? Like I was playing like some finesse. It's still urban, but commercial. So I was playing more to the wider crowd. Does that make sense? Because he ain't going to play that shit. I was playing
he told me off. He told me off for playing Loyal and Up Down, fam. That's what he told me.
He does. Yeah, but he plays that. Though. He plays that. He plays that still.
Yeah, that's part of his ladies set, I'd say.
Yeah, that's part of his ladies.
Oh, bro, why would you play Lawyer when you're a one-man DJ?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I did a festival called Afro Nation. I hope you guys have heard about the big brand that happened in Portugal in 2019. Yeah, I did it with top DJs. Yeah, like I was the main DJ on stage. Yeah, and I think it was on a Wednesday evening. Then Westwood was meant to come up next, and I've been doing for 2 hours non-stop. Like when I said I started, yeah, there was no crowd. Then, and I brought the crowd up. Then and I noticed, okay, Westwood is there. I was joking even in it, but he had a straight face because I just thought to myself, but hold on, what's going on here? So when I played some songs, yeah, it looked over. I'm like, yo, what's going on? It's still my set time. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm there to say my brand. I'm there to say my name so people can remember my name. I'm not there. I'm not here because of you. Because you know how many times I've begged Westwood, oh, put me on your show, put me on your raves. He ignored me. That's what it is, anyway.
That's why you beat her, bro.
Pardon? Say that again?
Who said that?
I didn't hear that.
Someone said something.
What did they say?
They said something in response to what Untouchable was saying. They said something, made a comment.
Oh, I don't know what it was.
But anyways, going back to Westwood, I don't know any DJ that can warm it up like Westwood. And like I say, I've been in the clubs with him a lot of times. There's been one time, and Infurious will agree on this. Like on one Wednesday down at Brighton, I was just there just to catch a vibe, see Infurious DJ, see Westwood DJ. The club was dead. We was thinking, shit, like, is tonight even going to happen? And I'll tell you what, he jumped on from early, probably from like 11 o'clock. And there is no one that can warm it up and get the crowd going and get the crowd coming in like Westwood.
Agree, yeah.
If you're a DJ and you don't want to go and listen to Westwood, I don't know why you're a DJ. He's the
bro. Let me say something here. There are actually over DJs here that actually can do the sickest warm-up session than Westwood. I've seen them real live.
I understand, but there's no one who can actually host like Westwood in this whole country, period.
For females as well, definitely
well.
for females and males.
His
Exactly,
track
yeah, with the
selection is
females and the
10-10.
male.
Track selection
100%.
is 10-10, and he can't be touched. And just a question, Untouchable, bro. Just out of curiosity, what kind of music would you play in a warm up if you used to do like a residency or not?
A warm up play would be probably like slow jams or them 2000s or them 90s. And probably go to Bashman as well. Like this what I do. Yeah. When I go into a club, when I start 11 o'clock, yeah, this what I do. This what I tell my DJs, yeah. Watch your crowd. Look at what they dance to. Look what they like. Like I watch my crowd every time. And for example, let's say I start from 11 o'clock, yeah. I'll play warm up slow songs to 12:30. Then I switch it up to the latest, like not the bangers, just like the commercial songs that people know. Then when it comes to that patch around 1:30, 2 o'clock, play out the bangers, smash it.
What time you finish?
4. I can start from 11 to 4.
Okay, that makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, here's a question for you. Do you, regarding like the radio guys and stuff as well, do you prefer guys with like big characters like your Westwoods and your Charlie Sloths, the people that not talk about Westwood, but Westwood's a good DJs and stuff, I mean, but like these guys who are just, they touch the mic and automatically you know, oh shit, Westwood's in the building, or Sloth's in the building, or the type of radio personalities who are more maybe technical?
Yeah, I think someone that's at radio and's got radio experience and they're quite fluent in the way they talk, I definitely think it grabs the audience, especially as a personality. It definitely helps. I mean, hosting in general, just coming away from DJing, like Infurious said, like it brings a whole different aspect to your set, man. Because if you're interacting with people, like you're making people feel like you've never met before, they're your friends. You get me? Like you can do so much stuff on the mic. Yeah, Infurious, what do you think about that?
And I'm gonna say a bold statement, but I think that Bashman hosted probably the best hosts. Like I never forget. No, I ain't never forget.
Energy
I
is
don't know if you
mad.
man forgot. You remember? Do you man remember? And ladies, Young Quincy from I used to be on Choice.
Choice, yeah.
Yo, we was in the R&B room, Watford, Barcelona, right? It's a hip hop only night. Hip hop Bashman, that's it. He's playing house music, yeah. Went like, oh baby, that shit was dropping. And bro, he was clanging terribly, right? But him on the mic, everyone was going crazy. I was like, how is he making them go crazy? And he's just clanging 2 songs like crazy. But no one cares because his hosting skills are so amazing that was it. Like Shawnee B, when you hear, I'll play with Shawnee B 2-3 times a year. Actually, 3 times a year I play with Shawnee B and the clubs I spin at. Yo, he's hosting. Fuck, 10-10. 10-10.
Infurious. Just a question actually for someone that I rate quite highly in the clubs with like hosting and stuff. How would you kind of encourage up and coming DJs that ain't as confident on the mic and feel a bit scared what to say? How would you encourage someone to?
I'd feel like because I don't really talk much outside, but like I just feel like sometimes if you don't know what to say on the mic, that's the first thing. Is just have a couple lines, like the same usual one, like big shout out to everyone celebrating a birthday. Make up some names, like say, oh, happy birthday to Jane, to Marcus, whatever. Just say whatever. Do you know what? It's your birthday, put your hand up. Have pre-lines that you've really got.
Yo, I'm not
so
gonna lie.
Think about it.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you actually said have a couple of lines before you say something.
Okay. Nah.
Furious, I thought the same as well. Harry, I never knew that.
Nah.
Furious, is that what you do now?
Bro, bro, man's got asthma. I don't do any of that. But
man's got asthma.
No, but the thing is, you guys are killing me. But like, have a couple lines written down. Have a couple lines, or if you hear a DJ like Westwood and he says some shit you like, you know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna change a couple words and then just say it. Just practice saying that shit, and boom, that's it. Do that.
Yeah. I agree with Infurious. Yeah, you need to have some phrases or something in your back pocket just to say, because I think all DJs, when they pick up the mic, it's like they forget how to speak or forgets to say something. But if you have these pre-line, like these things already like pre-made kind of thing, you can just jump straight to it. I think A-Dot said it. It's like you pick up the mic, and you just forget. you forget how to speak English.
Who just done that? Who just done that?
It was Untouchable, wasn't it?
No. I was trying I'm fucking dead. No, sorry, guys. I was trying to refresh my page in it because I just dropped the Mr. Blast yesterday, so I'm trying to look at the stream play. He's doing one on SoundCloud, so I'm happy that I've taken it down. My bad.
Yeah. And I feel like at the same time, like sometimes I just because I always host all the time, and I'm like, sometimes I'll just make shit up. Like one time, I was playing like Butterfly Effect, right? Everyone's singing, and then I was like, and I'm like, yo, who wants Travis and Kylie to get back together or some shit like that, right? But everyone's cracking up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like you could just freestyle it, whatever. Like talk about the song. You hear Westwood, he'll play a tune for the ladies, like Throat, and then he'll say some shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's about having some lines prepared, say it, and then at the same time when you get more comfortable, just speak about what the song. You're playing Loyal like shit. Like where my loyal girls at. Simple as that. Does that make sense?
I mean, just to go off the back of that, another question out to all the DJs. Like, how do you guys feel about having alcohol like on your set? Do you feel like it affects you? For me personally, I feel like I enjoy myself a lot more, and I can
listen. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Absolutely,
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe because when you're drinking and when you're DJ at the same time, babe, songs just come to your head straight. To me personally, it comes to my head straight away. I'll just play and I'll just do the reaction.
I'll be the complete opposite. I don't drink. I don't drink when I DJ.
I'm the same as Shorty.
Shorty, any reason, bro?
Sorry?
You had a bad experience with that?
I'm just not really a drinker. I'm not really drinking like that. So I'll drink if I'm partying, I'll drink afterwards. Or if I'm just chilling, I'll have a couple of drinks when I finish. But like I've seen some people drink and DJ, and it's a calamity. I mean, like, it's a joke.
Not to
And
them at the
obviously,
time, though.
I enjoy DJing, but it's one of those things where we're fortunate we can really enjoy it, but I still take it seriously. So I know that if I'm intoxicated, there's a chance it could be a calamity. So and there's no pots and clangs on my side.
Maybe you should try that in your own bedroom.
No, but I don't even drink in my house. No, I'm not. But that's the thing. I get high off the music. I don't really need like anything to sort of heighten it. Do you know what I mean? Like, but just to quickly go back on I can't remember who said it. I think it was Inferious about dancer hosts are the one. Dancer hosts are actually the one, because their confidence is ridiculous.
Oh, yes,
their confidence is ridiculous, and I've seen so many hosts over the years in parties in my ends, the dancehall raves where it could be early. Well, in a dancehall rave, 1:30 a.m. still early, but there'll be like 10 people in the dance, and the host is going ham, and he's making them 10 people feel like the room is packed. You know what I mean? Like they're crazy. I don't know. Their level of confidence is nuts. I don't know how they do it.
No, I love it, man.
Guys,
Go.
just before we kind of like wind things down and call it a night, because we have gone overtime really, and it's quite enjoyable just to network with you guys and have a laugh. Has anyone got anything to put out there that they want to ask?
Yeah, can I ask some questions?
Yeah, cool, bro.
Okay, so this is for all the DJs, even everyone that's not speaking. But say that, let's say, for example, you're booked to do a set, I don't know, 1 o'clock main set, right? And then you get there and it's like 12 o'clock and you hear your warm-up DJ, the guy that's there, which is, probably the resident, for example. And, they're going through the pop smokes and playing the brand new songs. Like, what would you do? Would you hold your tongue? Would you say something? Would you be like Rago? Would you just be chill? Would you be like, I don't care? Like, everyone. Yeah, what would you do? Yeah, go on, everyone, bro.
Basically, especially me, yeah, I'll just say, bro, play whatever you want to play in it. And from there, I'll know the kind of song I need to play on my own set. Like, think about this, yeah. Most DJs, yeah, what they do wrong is they repeat songs.
Mm-hmm.
And me, yeah, I don't really like to repeat songs unless the crowd asks for it.
Word, I agree.
Because if you repeat Pop Smoke, the crowd will say, all you know is Pop Smoke, or all you know is 50 Cent, or all you know is Nicki Minaj, that kind of thing. So basically, I'll go out to I'll think outside the box and say, you know what, yeah, what's the next thing I can do? Technically speaking, no disrespect to my Nigerian people, I am tired of Afrobeat.
None taken.
Most DJ I know, they play the same songs every time.
If I tell you that I love you so.
I'm tired of Afrobeat.
Vocal there.
Because the thing is, I started as a trap DJ.
If the crowd asks for you, play. That's what I think. If the crowd want you to play,
I started as a trap
you keep
DJ,
playing it. As long as they're loving it.
I started as a trap
Playing
DJ.
for the crowd, you're not playing for yourself.
One mic, guys. One mic.
I started as a trap DJ, and I got sucked into the Afrobeat because that's where the money was pumping in. I forget about my own craft. I started following Afro scene crap. But when I went to Afro Nation, when I was DJing in front of 25,000 people, I just said, nah, man. You know what? I need to start doing trap again, because most of the thing I was playing was just trap, and people were just vibing to it. And if you guys go on my Instagram, I did the Bashman set. The crowd was going wild. To me personally, I think I created that wave, the wave that wasn't able to jump left and right. That's what I think. So I just say, be yourself, innit? Don't watch anybody just doing. Just be yourself. Know your craft.
Yeah. Okay, anyone else want to talk on it?
If I was gonna walk into a club and a guy's playing, I don't know, the baitest tunes, bro, we're all DJs. If you think a main set consists of the same, I don't know, 200 songs that every DJ is gonna have, then I think you need to reevaluate your DJ career, because if that's where you have to go, then bro, you shouldn't be playing the main set. You should be playing that warm up like that guy is, because there's a reason why that guy is still playing that warm up and not the main set. If you get what I mean, you don't need to play your Pop Smokes and your Tion Waynes and your Husses to follow that. Like you can follow it with anything, as long as you know where to start and what journey you're taking the crowd on.
There's a lot of music. There's a lot of music out there. Do you know what I mean? So there's definitely. Sometimes I guess
sometimes I guess on a prime set you might have an idea of what you might play, you know, as you're getting to the club or when you're on the way. Do you know what I mean? You might think, okay, cool, I might play this and this tonight, and then like I said, you get there and then the DJ before is playing all of that, but now you have to think what you're gonna play next. I don't know. Like me, my rule, I've always got to the club 30 minutes before my set. That's always my rule. Do you know what I mean? Because I like to hear what's been played before. I like to see what the crowd's saying. I like to. Some people find this weird when I say it, but I like to smell the atmosphere. Do you know what I mean? Like you can sometimes you can actually just hit, after doing this for quite a while. Like I've been doing it for, you know, you kind of get that experience that you can't really buy. And sometimes it's very strange. Sometimes a DJ could be playing and you could be there and you could just sense what they want to hear. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're like maybe the girls look bored. They want to hear their tunes. Do you know what I mean? Like you know how you're gonna start it. So there's always a lot of different songs to play. Do you know what I mean? Because one year in Fresh Island, I played at 5 a.m. after a 2.5-hour Westwood set, and I still found music to play. And even some of the DJs on stage were like, "Raw, like how did you still manage to hold down a set after he done 2.5 hours?" But I spent the last 45 minutes before I went on literally just standing there and just studying. You know what I mean? Studying the crowd, listening to what's been played. I'm not in the corner raving, and then going on 5 minutes too. Do you know what I mean? Like proper. You have to proper analyze it sometimes, and that kind of sets you different from other people. A, you need to know what records you have, and B, you just, like I said, you need to just take it to a different journey or a different way that hasn't been brought in that event yet.
You know what? I've actually got a controversial question to everyone. Actually, when we do go back into the clubs, because it's going to be very different, especially with like the main set kind of tunes and the tunes that go off. I just want to ask one direct question to every single person: who is playing Dutchavelli in their set? That's all I want to know.
Always talking about that shit.
Should we go in order?
Oh, don't put me first.
Well, yeah, PTR and go in order.
Yeah. Luke, you're first, bro.
Oh no, man. Wait,
okay,
no, I need to hit.
Go bottom up then. Go bottom up then.
All right, I'll go, and you can go back to them. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, cool.
The whole reason, I'm not gonna lie, it's your crowd. Yeah. I wouldn't personally play it. I wouldn't choose to play it. But if you go and play to young kids that really don't care about this and they're not reading into it as deep as say like they may ask you to play it. But it relates back to me further to like your R. Kellys and your Michael Jacksons, because certain crowds are not gonna let go of R. Kelly and are not gonna let go of Michael
They
Jackson.
shouldn't let go of R. Kelly.
Yeah, exactly. But if you play Ignition in a dance, trust me, there's going to be some girls trying to fling their heels at you because I've had it. So it's all about the crowd that you're playing to. So yeah, that's me.
Say 9. A-Dot.
I would like to know what Fear is going to do here, but look. Right, this is what I think of it. Right, we can't compare Dutchavelli and R. Kelly. Right, the reason why I say this is because R. Kelly's been convicted, is out there. For me, this whole Dutchavelli situation is not being cleared up, and that's saying, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty. For me, that's on him right now. I've had, you know, not saying I'm out here DJing currently, but, you know, I've done a lot of gigs since July, and it's a shame what happened to Dutchavelli, but everyone wants to hear Dutch. Whenever I play Dutch, they want to hear it. There was this one night where some guy said to me, "Yo, like, he's cancelled, what you doing?" I stopped the music and I asked the crowd, "Do you want to hear Dutchavelli?" And the answer was yes.
Oh,
that's it.
Was that that Brighton one?
No. Elsewhere. No. So for me,
yo, Rome,
everyone.
Saying, bro?
Sorry.
Wait,
right.
I think you're saying next.
But yeah, no. For me, Dutchavelli is not cancelled. I'll play Dutchavelli, and believe me, a lot of people play Dutchavelli but not admit.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Inferiors are definitely.
I'm not gonna play Dutchavelli. I'm just gonna wait until we see what happens with it. There's no need. Like, I got so many other bangers I can play, and people, by the time the clubs are open, if he's not released anything, then people are gonna be forgetting about Dutchavelli. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that I need to play him anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
You reckon he's gonna release something soon?
Yeah, but even if he releases something soon, like there's like a lot of people said Shorty and a few other people said if you know how to control the crowd, you don't need to play like I could take off Drake off my playlist and still can keep the crowd. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what you need to do, I think.
When clubs come back on, are you going to play more UK music or American?
Both. I play both. So it doesn't matter. Depends on
I'm
the
on the
crowd.
end
What I'm
game,
saying.
like.
It all depends on the crowd.
Yeah, man. Hilly, what are you saying, bro?
I'm probably a little bit different because I was never really a fan anyway. But obviously, you know, with DJs, we don't play to ourselves. If we were playing to ourselves, then it'd be a whole other story. But yeah, I didn't really play much anyway. I knew there was like a certain group of men that always come in and they wanted a Dutch tune. But realistically, if it wasn't played, if it didn't fit at a certain time or it wasn't played throughout the night, you're not getting sacked over it, sort of thing. There is plenty of other stuff you can play. Plenty of other stuff that's going to rock the crowd, and no one's going to be tweeting the next day, right, Healy didn't play Dutch last night. Right, but on the whole situation, I mean, it is an allegation, and it is true. It's like until proven guilty, sort of thing.
Do
I
any
don't know.
of you guys book artists? Like book artists to come and perform at a club? Do any of you guys do it?
Evening, Mems. Good to hear from you, bro.
Yeah,
Those that don't know, Mems manages Zai. So
Okay.
evening, brother. Good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, no, it's my first time like properly going around Clubhouse, and I saw this room, and I said, why not jump in and see what you guys got to say?
Yeah, man. We're here every Monday, 9 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different topics in relation to DJ, but of course, anyone in the music industry can pass through, and it's great to have you in here, man. So good to hear from you, bro.
Yeah, so literally when it comes to booking artists to come perform at nightclubs, do any of you guys do it? Like promoting as well as DJing?
I usually just put it straight through my promoter. He 9 times out of 10 he asks me who to book, and I'll be like, yeah, my man, my girl, and then they'll put it straight through. Zai has been down a couple of times in Cardiff. We've had him in Revs and in Story.
Yeah, no, Story's always a movie every time we go down there. And also with Times, that's in the chat as well. He does Kingston Viper rooms, doesn't he?
Times you're still here, brother.
Oh, sorry, brother. I'm not gonna lie. I'm building a snowman for the kids in the morning, fam. Let me be real. Yeah, I did get Viper in Kingston. Yeah, sorry. Bro.
Yeah, I remember that night was crazy. So wait, would you guys now say to your promoters that you can book Dutch Avelli, or is that a complete no-go?
I think it's just a waiting game, man.
Yeah, it's all a waiting game. And back to like the point I raised earlier, I have like friends that have shot like say like your Daily Duppies and whatnot as their launch for their new brand that have had to scrap like big video shoots in big studios because they was launching with Dutch, and they've literally put everything left, and they're going to put that video on hold for 12 months and then come back to it. So it's up in the air until but as I said, I am not, for my personal choice, I'm not playing it unless it's a really young crowd and they're asking me to play it. I'm not going to choose to play that music.
No, that's fair enough.
He was meant to be on that Charlie Stuff song, wasn't he? Have you seen that
video?
video?
Yeah, he was. Apparently, they took him off for Abracadabra.
Yeah, I did. I saw that video of him. Is it the exact same shoot? Then the exact same song. Yeah.
What did you guys see this happening to Dutch Avelli? Did you think something like this was going to happen?
No, I don't think anyone could have expected it, because for me, last year, he was the most prominent UK artist alongside Abra. For me, he was just bringing out the bangers. So no one expected it, but like all this speculation, and it's a serious allegation. Like, it's fucked him up.
It's a weird one, yeah, because like what Walshy said, when he came out, for me, he didn't miss songs. Every song that came out, he didn't miss. Features, he didn't miss. But you're talking about playing him in a club. Just to echo, I think Rome said it. I said this last time, actually, because we spoke about this in a group a couple of weeks ago in the same group. For me, he's not undeniable. So it's easy to not play him. It is easy. Even if you're playing to a young crowd and they want to hear that, you can play everybody else under the sun. Heady One, Digga D. There's so many people you can play and they're not going to care. How many times, for example, has someone come up to you in a rave and said, oh, can you play this song like now? And you're thinking, now I'm going to work it into my set. And then you play other songs to lead up to it and they're just going mad anyway. There's so many there's so many bigger drill songs than he has. Like even the songs, even his bigger songs that I think are really good songs in a club scene, in the environment that we play in, they're not gonna shell. You'll play No Better and it will still show more than any Dutch song.
I
I
mean,
feel
you've got
like Dutch,
you've got
yeah,
bare
too
drill
much of a
songs.
clean run. You know, you have too much of a clean run. Something bad is bound to happen. It
It
was
was
too clean. Like everything he touched just became gold straight away.
You know what? I'm just gonna put a bit of banter out there. Yeah, you're in the club. Someone comes up to you. They've got £250 in their hand. They're like, "I'm gonna give you this, but you either play R. Kelly or Feed Them to the Lions. What do you need, man?"
Nah, none.
Yo, it's COVID, bro. I'm taking it.
Keep that
COVID,
breeze,
man.
fam.
Broke out here.
bro.
I'm not playing any. I'm not playing any of them.
I'm DJ Tony. I'm feeding them to the Lions.
£250.
I'm not playing any of them. I'm not. But I've been doing this for too long to compromise for 250. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
What do you guys think of drill artists that's jumping on house? Like Digga D and the Morgan girl jumped on a house beat not too long ago.
Yo, I think that tune's sick, you know.
It was sick in him. It was super good.
I think that tune was fire.
It's a good radio tune, man.
Yeah, definitely. It's a sub vibe, definitely.
oh, is it a rudimental one?
DD has to be
Yeah,
careful with what he's doing now as well, don't he? Because of his police situation.
Anyone that's seen the documentary, know if Diggity's jumping on house, yeah, the police are gonna lay off him a little easier than him like releasing drill music, and also it's gonna put his might widen his audience as well.
Yeah, no, it's
career move. So
I'm here. Well, I need to listen to the song. I think I saw it. I listened to it a bit and I stopped, but I need to listen to it properly. But if it's good, like you lot are saying, I'm here for it. I'm here for mixed. He's talented. He's talented, man. Even on the new record of him and AJ Tracy, yeah. So Diggity's flow is tight, bro. His flow
sounds very good.
Yeah,
Yo,
his
guys,
flow's tight.
there's this collab coming out. I want to know what you lot think about it. So it is. Do you lot know who J.I., the Prince of New York, is?
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
So J.I., Dino, and Chunks. What do you think of that?
Chunks is winning, bro.
But as an entertainer though, more as an entertainer than an artist.
Yeah.
I mean, the Trunks and Young Philly tune that come out, that Hold You tune, for me, that got slept massively. That was a big boy tune, man. And it's such a shame that we couldn't play it in the clubs. But you know, they're two guys on the come up. You know, they're doing the right things on YouTube at the moment, which I think helps them for like plays and views and stuff. So I think it could go in the right direction, man. I think it could still.
Good, dude. Do you not like songs that has more than 2 artists on it, like 3 or 4?
I mean, for me nowadays, I feel like remixes ain't as good as they used to be. Like not even just trying to show my age or anything, but I remember like back in the day when Busta Rhymes' "Touch It" remix come out. I got gassed about them kind of remixes. You know? But the remixes that come out now, I think they're absolutely poor, man. Real talk, I think they're poor. They just,
what do you think about the Swams and Simba one? Swams and Simba done a song with that guy, I think Sean Cod, something along them lines. They done a remix to his song, but it's not really doing too well, I'll be honest. Are you not familiar with
what's the name of that song? What's the name of it?
Let me just go search right now so I can tell everyone. But his name is Sean Cod.
It's called Get Out of My Head.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh,
Get
okay.
Out.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on. So Get Out of My Head. Let me just look at the statistics for a second. Get Out.
It's on Shane Todd's YouTube channel and it has 5K.
Yeah, oh my, listen, broski. In 4 months, the original got 1.5, got 1.5 mil, and the new one's got 5K with Swams and Simba. Wow. How could that be possible?
Wow.
5K in 3 days.
5K, bro.
I think the remixes nowadays just miss completely, man. There might be the odd one that comes through. Even that tune in Furious likes the one with Dutch Valley, man, where he's got all different.
Yo, whoa.
Getting drawn out, man.
Whoa. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. Can I speak on that? Can I?
A man said you was in a video, you know.
All right, cool. I'm gonna wait out there. Yeah? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you like legit, right? You don't know me, Furious DJ, blah blah blah. Yeah. Right. Last year, Dutch is my favorite artist. I bought his album. Yeah, 100. I thought I must support this guy. The music, I love the video, I love the visuals, I love his flow. I was like, you know what? Like he's the guy. Like him and Abs. Killing it, do you know what I mean? And then what happened, I'm not even gonna lie, since it kind of came out, as much as I love Dutch, I haven't played a Dutch song in my house and with Spotify, not even once. you know what I mean? Which is crazy. Like, I fuck with the music, but I just can't play it, just in case. Does that make sense? I can't,
just in case.
I can't like morally. Does that make sense? Even though no one's gonna hear me play it, I still can't play it. So,
do you know what the worst part about the Dutchavelli situation is? Like, say if he says he's not pedo and then there's no like actual proof, is calm. But you know, T Zandos, there's actually like conversations with them two linking up and whatnot. And T Zandos is worse than being with a minor, I'll be honest. T Zandos is the last person you want to be around and do them kind of stuff. Do you not know who T Zandos is?
I haven't got a clue what that is or who that is.
She's drill. She's a female drill.
Female drill rapper.
Yeah, she's quite young. She's very young.
Because Dutch is a big man, and then for him to be messing with a petite girl like that, boy.
Well, at the same time, do we need
just
to
a
cancel
quick-
Stefflon Don as his sister?
Yeah. No, she backed him, but that kind of messed her up at the beginning because people are like going back in, like, you know, he's in the wrong.
Just a quick one, guys. We're going to wrap up the room at midnight, so 5 minutes, and then we're going to wrap it up. We've been going since 9 p.m., 9 till 10:30 with the structured stuff, and then the other time has just been open floor for whatever you would like to.
I've just got a quick question before we wrap up then, is that alright?
Yeah, your last drinks now.
Yeah, so basically
Last
I'm doing the Insta lives and I'm not hitting like 10 people in my lives, but it's like just my friends. How do I now promote that live more? Or because I get disheartened when I don't have people in there really.
Yeah,
No.
I think
And I just feel like to
the
suck
best
it up.
person to answer that currently, in my opinion, would probably be CB. He's doing some good things on a Friday at the moment, so and he's been marketing it really good.
Appreciate it, Walshy. So Luke, I think I did put it in our Discord group, but what I would do is at the start of the week, so Monday, obviously first of all create a flyer for your live. It's the same as if you're going to promote an event in it. You want people to come, so make sure that you promote it and give it out to people. So go on Canva, put together a free flyer, and then put it live. Put it on your Instagram story on Monday. But put a poll on it, yeah, and say who's attending. You can just put yes or no, and then maybe do that throughout the week, maybe once or twice, and then that will tell people all week that you're gonna be going live, right? And then on the day of your live, all the people that said yes, message them in it and just be like, oh, don't forget I'm going live at 8 p.m. or whatever. And then the key thing that I do is just before you go live, post on your timeline, because post on your timeline your flyer and just put the caption, I am live now. Because now that'll go on your timeline and everyone that's following you will see it and then come on your live. And then another thing I've been doing as well, all the people that said yes on the poll, just before on the post that you post before 1 minute before you go live, tag them in it. So you know you can tag people in the post, tag them all, tag all the people that said yes, because obviously they was interested, and they're gonna get a notification saying DJ Luke Emma has just tagged you, and us as humans will automatically rush to our phone and be like, what have they tagged us in? They'll see your live and then they'll jump onto it. But the thing you need to do is obviously you're going to get them into your live, but you need to keep them there. So what I've been doing is obviously I just chat shit on the mic. I talk to my audience. As soon as they come in, I shout their name. I'll talk to them. I interact with them. But the thing that's been drawing people into my live and keeping people in my life is the old school stuff, like taking them back to before COVID happens and before we all had responsibilities, all that bullshit, before we had kids and jobs and stuff like that. So it's all well and good getting the people and promoting it, but you need to keep them in there. So I guarantee when you first go live, quite a few people are in there, but it probably drops out. It's because you need to keep them engaged. And I think that's where the whole hosting your set comes into play. And I know it's hard for DJs and it's very difficult to talk on the mic, but I think it's a thing. If you want to do Instagram lives, you need to be on the microphone.
I mean, it's a bit of a funny thing that the nostalgic music, the older music's worked a lot more better on the lives. And I'm just speaking from experience as well, because I was doing Sundays like all last year. And it's just crazy how it might not be so effective on clubs. So, yeah, no, I'm totally with CB, man.
That's some good advice, CB. I liked it.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, big up, bro.
all going on my YouTube channel this week.
Is it still? Are we still streaming?
Yes, 7 people still watching, man.
Yay!
Hi,
guys,
YouTube.
hey, I'm gonna add everyone, by the way. So I'm gonna click on everyone's name and add you all. Or is there a fast one?
Sick. And
Yeah,
just kind
so
of
you follow me back.
But
Look, sorry, I'm new to this shit, bro. Come on.
right. And I mean, just going off the back of what Inferior said, man, this is what we're going to be doing every Monday at 9 o'clock. I believe this is our 3rd week now, isn't it, Jordan?
Yeah, 3rd week. Next week will be a month. Yeah.
Yeah. So next week will be a month. And it's been great, man. We're going to be carrying on with loads of different like controversial subjects, especially for the up and coming DJs that kind of need some guidance, and it's not really out there sometimes. But I will say, you do have to go out there and look for it. And I think one good avenue at the moment for a lot of up and coming DJs would probably be CB and his YouTube series. So definitely go check him out on YouTube. Also, just give each other a follow, man, because we're all here to network. Don't forget, next week, 9 o'clock, ping your friends in. Doesn't matter if they're not DJs, they might want to get involved in talking about it or interested listening to about music stuff or DJ stuff. It doesn't matter, man. It's just good vibes only. Just here to share opinions, talk about stuff that's hot right now. That's it, man. Jordan, you got anything to say before we log out?
Yeah, appreciate everyone coming through, as always. And yeah, just a good open community space for anybody to access and to be able to tap into and be a part of. So Monday, 9 p.m, we'll be back with more topics and discussions. Yeah, appreciate you guys.
All right,
Cool. That's all right, man. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Following everyone, yeah.
Thank you.
Safe, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Take care, man.
My G.